I elevate. Plugging my boy with the internet line. Fuckers can keep all the secrets you tell. Next thing you hear from the person on calls. I keep my shit on the low when I go. Peeping the tellers and cutting the most.
Going on my knees as I close my eyes. Please don't tell no lie. Too much in my mind. Most these bitches got some pride. I know they gon' switch up for a price. Hey, please don't tell no lie.
Alright, man, let's start this.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you start a podcast. We had already started anyway. Let's intro it the way that we usually supposed to. The Dojo podcast with the Sensei and the Archbishop with the wild take him damn self tabang. Harebang. We are with the Clear Cup podcast. Is there always a clear cup?
And the first one to drink is always chubby.
All
the time.
Episode. Oh my god.
First one to the glass.
Oh my god. So what inspired the name?
Drops. In fact, because we had to sit around and decide on the name, and we had a few, and then we decided because we're gonna be spilling things from the Clear Cup when you call guests or say things or talk about issues, they're gonna be clearer. Say them without any fear or favor.
Sure.
Then therefore, you know what, the Clear Cup podcast. And Charlie had to literally bring the Clear Cups.
For
his drinks.
And then he brings the Clear Cups. Which names didn't make the...
You didn't have to bring them. He had
He
them.
always had them.
Yeah.
The PTA podcast didn't.
I can tell you for sure that that's a lie.
But just to bring it all back, context, where are we?
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Yeah.
And what is the significance of us recording where we are with the Clear Cup podcast?
Of course. So, right?
Yeah. Mate.
Yeah, we're back home out here. You know what I'm saying? So we got invited by the Dihlabeng kind of business youth desk for a forum that they were having. This is actually their first
seminar.
one. Yeah, business seminar forum. Yeah, so this was their first one. Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna have more, I'm presuming, right? So we were, the invited guest speakers. Well, some of the invited guest speakers.
Yes, sir.
Not like in Luna.
And it's not like in Luna.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, this is our podcast. People want to shout out their shit. We can get to them.
You were not there.
Exactly. The homie was the speaker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But they invited a bunch of other notable entrepreneurs. Batwankasi. You know what I'm saying? Movers and shakers, or people who are trying to move and shake. You know, Batwankasi, and it was a dope initiative. They hit us up.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was really dope.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So thank you so much to Olinde and the whole gang. Wazi TRP. We had him on one of our episodes. Yeah.
Romeo Dikeledi.
Yeah, Romeo Dikeledi, who organized the event.
Palesa
as well. Beautiful event. Yeah, man. We had fun. Any thoughts about, because we had to do a speech.
Yeah, man, and I was surprised.
And I was fucking nervous.
How you related your message and your story to the audience. Okay, who's gonna start and then Hotlemang.
Yeah, that was deliberate.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I can't imagine doing that with Chabi though, because
this is a well-oiled machine.
This guy's, we still need to get it there, but it was beautiful.
But I'm happy you brought that up, because sometimes people think, because of the informality of how we podcast, that there is no method to the madness.
Yeah.
So we literally got here. We got to Bethlehem around 3, kind of checked in, did what we did. Before we did anything, we were working on our scripts in this room.
Yeah, we called them.
How do we want to structure our message? Who's going to say what? We met with the organizers in this room. So we actually worked even after we landed.
I mean, for a while I thought you weren't going to say anything because you were just there.
Yeah, taking
and
the
guys
content.
were on stage. And,
we knew there was how we start. Mudisa batshware ho medlelda kikore.
Nagval Chabi, he always carries the camera wherever I go.
Sure.
So he can shoot down. So I thought you were one of those guys. Because I'm always on the camera.
So Farakena is boy out.
So there's always synergy.
It's beautiful.
There's always a plan of how we wanna come across. And that's why even now we're recording. I think it's 6 p.m. now.
Yeah.
And it's actually after the seminar. That's why I'm listening to a shirt.
And
we're still working.
Yes.
And tomorrow
Yes.
we go on the road.
Jeez, man.
Yes.
It's hectic for you.
Yeah, and we are with the Clear Cup podcast because they are the only
podcast,
the first and only podcast in Bethlehem
Yep.
Right now, right?
Yep.
Right
Yep.
now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Ain't no other.
Yeah.
Were you inspired by the Dojo?
You guys are
Yes.
the only niggas doing it.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah.
Did you mention that in your first episode?
No, we didn't.
We're going to charge all about all.
Our producer, you want a filter content. She tells us what to say and not to say. So if she says don't, we don't.
Yeah.
So just to kind of game, because this is a collab pod, right?
It's not featuring.
It's not featuring.
not featuring.
collab.
We together.
Yeah.
Featuring them.
Yeah, so just to let people know, like, what sort of podcast that you discuss, because I've watched like a few of your episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know like you know, a lot of the stuff you guys talk about are based on what's happening here.
Around Kasi.
Around Kasi,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
which is what I love, because you know that's how I touch base about Hore Dinsang. Yeah. Was that a kind of a concerted effort, Hore? You don't focus on Kasi to separate yourself from other podcasts.
It's not really the focus, but because we stay here, we have to talk about what's happening here. We are not a Bethlehem podcast.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. We are not a Bethlehem.
You are a podcast in Bethlehem.
A podcast in Bethlehem.
exactly.
Libuaga to Zamuna.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear
And
you.
the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes most of the things that Bangazona do Kasi.
Yeah.
And you find that controversy in sometimes Hona Kasi.
Hona Kasi,
Like we would call one guest and then he would just name drop a whole of nonsense about people. And
And
then
what's
you
the
get,
salon when
you understand?
definitely.
Former mayors, people in offices, people in the municipality. Then you get calls. But you guys, I heard you say my name, or that guy said something, or the guy lied on the podcast.
Pizza.
You know, now I want to come clear my story or tell a different version. Now that's how sometimes because approach to want to be part of what you're doing.
Maka, that's dope, because then
That's dope.
because now people are engaging with the content.
And
right?
I think the blessing in disguise in your case, with Bethlehem being a small town, in a sense, Aure, with us, because we're in Joburg is so huge, I can say shit about somebody who lives like all the way in Pretoria. But what it does for you, even though you're a podcast, it positions you as part of a media dissemination platform.
But there's some names we don't say.
Yeah, there's some names you'll never say.
I remember I said somebody's name, I had to bleep
Leave
it
that
out.
out.
We were gonna get God.
Yeah,
I know.
not that guy.
But that's my point. My point was,
Yeah.
I see that it may be easy for, let's say, a mayor to come to your podcast.
Yeah.
It may not be easy for us in
no,
Joburg,
yeah,
true.
you're right.
because I'm competing with all
mean,
the other
all-
big news
yeah,
outlets. So
yeah,
maybe for you
true.
guys, that's something to look at
Yeah.
and harness it.
Yeah,
And harness it
it's like a
further.
benefit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, of
Honestly,
course. So when I at the forum, about it say as in.
As a chef.
Because I want to say as kind of game
Online,
e-commerce.
e-commerce,
Yeah.
No, now as a let me say into a kind of
local business.
because we Kasi entrepreneur.
Okay.
Mainly to motivate Majita Kasi.
Okay.
Because I've got such a close Libona, so when they call me, it's easy for me to say yes without thinking twice.
Sure.
Even on the food thingy, I had to prepare food for all the guests and everybody who attended. And I charged them 80 rands, but they paid me 10 rands. So they're family. I didn't mind.
Yeah.
No,
And you were representing your restaurant.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
70 deal, I didn't get anything, but I'm good.
Nah, but that was dope, man.
And we actually have a restaurant owner as well.
Okay.
So that's what we that's
Yeah,
what we
so you
share
must
in
exchange
common.
notes.
Yeah,
So you guys need to talk.
You guys need to talk, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe pizza in Kanyolo wabo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wanna-
Maurice actually said that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cafe, take it again, 3050. I forget the name. B.
Cafe 1355.
Cafe
Yes.
1355.
1355. Yeah.
Would say, but for the apprenticeship,
it's
and also to see what the scene looks like that side,
Yeah.
and then come and tweak it here.
Yeah, I heard you mention that when you guys host, you sometimes sell stalls. So that's what I can consider as well, buying and
collaborate with us.
Yeah, collaborate.
You know,
And you do a lot of those actually.
Yeah.
For knowledge exchange. So
Yeah, no, perfect.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that'll be dope, man. That'll
I'd
be dope.
love that. I'd love
Alright,
that.
man.
I actually want to be at one of your parties, but Chava, it always keeps on happening.
Joe. I mean, it's easy. Just let us know.
Find out.
Ooh.
Last time he was given a job.
And he was
Tell us-
late.
He was late.
You.
How are you late as an MC? You're an MC.
I was not late.
No, he
But
wasn't
There were
late.
no mics.
Oh, no.
I was the first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
He wasn't late.
I was not
No,
drunk.
no, the mic was
I think it was late
no,
on
the
one.
mic. I think we
I
had
Wena ntho lo mokwatetse Chabi ka yona,
no, we
man.
had issues with the mic.
I chewed Antona
We had issues with the mic.
Yeah.
No,
Can't see,
Issues
man.
with the mic.
There
like
was
ke re
mic.
ka ra
I
fana
take
sa
that
saka blind.
No.
Actually, ke yone MC.
Yeah.
That was the Bryanston one.
Yeah, in the Bryanston. I'm fan out of No, the mic. I remember.
Come
So
on.
for once,
Put
you
some
were
respect
informed.
on
Yeah,
my
because we
name.
tried to set you up, but
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but watch the photos. Check the photos on Facebook recently. Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, man.
Yeah, our last event.
Yeah.
That was
And we actually dropped the pictures Monday, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So we were starting to get feedback.
Feedback from
Yeah,
them.
man. Beautiful
That was
feedback
dope,
we were
beautiful.
getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Other people was mad, but
Yeah.
What do you think?
And now we got smoke.
about the nipping.
Abahlali nepeng, you know. The lo so sa le ditaba.
Look at that tabot.
And the thing is, we give the photographer a mandate. Empa ha di tswa di nap, e ba ka re, ya re kgethile batho ba rona.
E be ka re ke bona ba kgethile.
I got ready selfie.
Yeah, because one from Marvin from Bethlehem, I would say Marvin Klajong Nepe. And then Motima somebody from the other side would say Yo Klajong
Ahlai, oh, ke pincha bona.
Yeah.
Is Marvin in any of those pictures?
It was.
On two, I
On two.
I saw him on two pictures.
Oh, it's
Where he
on
was
two.
leaning and then there was
Una le
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's actually on two photos.
So what quantity of Marvin no hlai?
No,
not
but
because
Yeah, there were pictures that were taken. Just like
Yeah, but I'm talking to the homie. I'm trying to find out the guy out. Sometimes.
Or maybe they're just bad pictures.
Yeah. You're trying to get handing. Okay. So complain or snap.
You want it? Okay,
Yeah. What if you're bastard
it?
looking, bro?
Okay.
Hey, what if you're bastard looking as a shot? You know what I'm saying?
I was actually doing you a favor.
Exactly. Jalo mawe ba tsa ka maka next event. Shombo man next year, so please come to
Definitely.
Le batho ba ne ba re invite le, they must come. Lentshe bus.
Yeah, but you come to the
Yeah, lentshe bus.
yeah, but
most definitely.
Each one.
Yeah, we'll host you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be fun. It should be fun.
Happy to gonna give it how we learn as well, because we actually wanna go into the same route that you've taken and go into venture into most things that you're doing now, but focus in for ourselves.
Sure.
And like I said to Tactics, we are going to use you as a case study for almost everything that you're going to be doing. So,
I know. That's dope, man.
like I said, must be available on call every time when you call.
I know,
guys,
for sure,
assist, you know.
No. It's flattering. It's flattering.
Yeah.
It's flattering. Yeah.
My phone them this. That's that sort of food.
Hey, man.
I'll take my chances.
Text me.
I'll take my chances.
Text
That's
me.
that sort of food.
Text me,
I'll take
babe.
my chances.
I'll see it.
You'll see it.
I'll see it. Alright, man. So here at the dojo, you know, Renata.
It's not structure.
Yeah, Renata structure, you know, that we tackle topics. You know what I'm saying? So, current affairs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not cooking, man.
He knows what's happening in his
Not
world.
You know what I'm saying? Now, not a high level of fella, you know?
Yeah.
So, just a few things. Current affairs, this weekend, the ANC NEC meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, as a conference.
It's happening Sunday.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
been
got carried away.
Yeah, it's a kind of thing. It's the meeting of the board. Yeah, ANC.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the meeting of the board. It's happening
effective,
the whole
yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Tedile Friday, Tedile Mtomobane. It's happening until Sunday afternoon. So it's the last board meeting at ANC before
The conference at
before
December.
conference. Yeah,
Yes.
and no NEC meeting here. We can add a report, you know, about the performance of the ANC, various reports. One of the big notable reports is lo discussua. Ke Palapala.
most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Hunonale like a
Is that why the meeting is significant? Or is the fact that the NEC having a meeting significant?
yeah.
In
That
light
is
of the-
significant.
I think in
Or
light
it's a
of the
subject
election.
matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in light of the election.
Yes.
And
So
the
But they so
devastation.
badly want the
So are we
parliament
saying
to
these
discuss.
people do not meet often?
So they have periodic
Yeah,
times
I think
that
they meet quarterly.
Yeah. Maka the
Yeah. They meet.
The
But I
NEC
think
periodically.
This
The
one is
NEC
more significant because
The NEC.
they are into conference.
The NEC meets quarterly.
No, I think they meet quarterly. Or is it?
Yeah,
or is it
quarterly,
once
I
a,
think.
it's once a year?
Kapagi PwC ko parang quarterly.
Yeah, because there's two groups.
Yeah,
there's an
there's PwC
NEC,
and then
then there's a National Working
Yeah.
Committee.
Commit.
Yeah, I know NWC, I mean.
NEC ke
NWC,
whole.
yeah.
NWC is the
NEC
more
ke whole.
expanded
NWC
one.
meets quarterly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
NEC once.
Yeah.
It's annual.
Six people.
Yeah.
No, it's 50.
No,
NEC is
No,
50.
NEC is 50.
Yeah.
NWC.
Yeah.
NWC
NWC
award.
that's the
Yeah.
working committee.
Yeah.
Emma, let's neaten it up. Let's neaten it up.
Yeah, sure.
NEC, I think it's similar to annual general meeting, so it's the board.
How many people are in the NEC?
I think it's 50.
It's a bunch.
50.
Yeah.
Then there's a national working committee that you might say maybe like
Comprises of
EXCO
maybe,
of an organization.
Could be 6
They
people.
would meet often. So that
Gotcha.
one then nationally, then what happens is that I think the SG has a report, and then the president has a political report.
Yeah.
The treasurer has a report.
report as well.
But because those figures also happen to be people banangly interest in the leadership contestation,
Yes.
then there's hawk's eyes on the meeting.
So who would be the EXCO? Yeah, ANC.
NEC.
No.
No, that's the
NWC.
board.
NWC.
National Working
Yeah.
Committee.
So the chair, secretary general, treasurer.
I think.
Is that the working
I
committee?
think the deputy seats as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, the big six. Yeah, of
No,
the six.
no.
I saw
Really?
it.
We are conflating issues.
For NWC and NEC.
The people who run the affairs of the ANC. Okay. There's top 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the top 6, and this is my understanding,
yeah,
the president of the ANC by default becomes that of the country.
Yeah.
yes,
The CEO is the SG. He runs the operations of the
yes,
ANC.
SG, yes.
Yeah.
Those 6 people, by virtue of their being top 6, they are automatic NEC.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
They are automatic NEC.
NEC, yes.
Then in that NEC, probably a further 50 people. They may not be in the top.
6.
Then the National Working Committee becomes even a larger group.
Right. So my thing is, if the top 6 is the EXCO,
Yeah.
why would they meet so rarely? If you're running an organization of that size.
No, the ones that meet really, ba fifth.
A bigger group.
The bigger
The
group.
NEC.
The bigger group.
Yeah, baba fifth.
NWC.
But the top
quarterly.
6.
Top 6 quarterly.
Banu
That
Kishore,
forms part of
the
the
top
working
6.
they meet regularly.
There's
You see,
gonna be a lot of fact checking.
that's the conflict.
Well, another working committee against the officials from Luthuli House, it's the ANC. They form part of the working committee. And then there's the NEC. That means like once a year.
It's executive, National Executive Committee.
National executive. Yeah.
Working
The
out
working
with
committee.
Then there's a National
The
Working
working
Committee.
committee, it can say some of the officials, the director from Luthuli House, that forms part of the working committee. You can say the same top 6 and some officials.
Yes.
Head and cluster.
Yes.
The ANC, like your
You're not working
cluster.
committee.
You're not
Yeah.
working committee.
That's EXCO.
working committee. But
Because they actually run the company.
Yeah, well, I suppose
Where the NEC would be the board.
that
Yeah.
you get report
Meet
oversight.
and the board doesn't meet
the
often.
company.
It means once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NCP board, you can say that.
Aye.
That's what I was trying to understand.
Aye. So now, we got the structure, right?
Yeah.
So
I hope.
yeah, I hope. But y'all niggas will fact check us, man. Fuck this. Yeah, you guys will fact check us. Yeah, but what's notable is that one of the reports, batho ba ishibileng haholo ke ya Phalaphala, right? So based hape on the kind of this new rule policy,
Step aside.
step aside. So based on the findings, I think it's the integrity committee.
Yep.
Yeah, ANC.
the ANC.
Yeah, based on the findings, still, Mfanao
Might get caught.
Yeah, might get caught.
Yeah.
Our president might get caught on that policy. Step aside.
Yeah.
That mind you, he was pushing
For it.
when some of the people he needed out
To go out.
needed to go out.
They want to debate it though because he has not been charged. And the step aside policy says only if you are charged or
Yes.
were found guilty,
Yes.
then we can put it in.
No.
When you are
It's when you're
facing.
implicated.
facing-
When you are
Implicated and
implicated.
facing.
Not when you're charged.
No.
Because
When
that's
you're
what Zuma was
implicated.
arguing at case Ace. To say,
But AC was charged.
yes,
He's
He's
attending
not
court.
implicated. Umata court, man.
But Zweli wasn't charged.
exactly.
He wasn't
And-
charged.
But he had to step aside.
He had to.
No, he resigned.
No,
Resigned.
he
He resigned.
But he was
But that was
facing
step aside, was it
He was
not?
facing
No,
the
no,
same
no.
fate.
No.
He was resigning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
he
was
just-
he resigning?
Maonaya,
Why at the timing of the digital vibe scandal?
Yeah, so remember, he's still vying. So when he resigned, he said, if I remember correctly, because he feels like his name being as the Minister of Health, it brings the organization into disrepute. So he's gonna resign as a
the name of
minister, but he
democracy
will still remain an
and-
MP.
Yes. Yeah, because he's still an MP
Because if he was indeed resigning because of step aside, he wouldn't put up his hand
for presidency.
for presidency.
presidency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he hasn't stepped aside.
Yeah.
Mara, the initial finding, which I
So
saw
only
this-
if you charge then. Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
So the initial finding, mara, the whole report I saw, but the whole Phala thing, does bring the ANC into disrepute. So Marabanti say fella that click that note thing. So Marabas won't say the whole
report.
Yeah. So it's not based on that clip note. It's not looking good for the whole.
It's not looking good.
It's tricky because the same guy who was advancing for the step aside is now implicated in this.
His own rule is coming to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
And then he has not said anything. And then okupile or parliament it's some work on investigations.
Yeah, it's on
to check if Madam Fumana guilty or not. And now there's this professor from Western Cape, from UCT, who was also mentioned on the panel. That's going to oversee Dabena Palapala.
Yeah.
And we know he's a staunch supporter of Ramaphosa, and he says he likes everything that guy says.
It's conflict, yeah.
He
So
accused
there's
himself
conflict.
based on pressure from social media and South Africa in general to say, but I can't now be on the same panel that's going to oversee this thing when I've now openly said I support the president and what it's about. So Liena President Hasukabwa anything about this except to say there's no wrongdoing on his part.
Yeah.
It begs a lot.
Yeah,
It begs a lot.
yeah. And I think because you actually put a spanner in the works with what I was thinking about this whole thing, because if Vele the step aside who AMT charges, based on maybe the parliamentary report that's coming out, if then the parliament recommends or charges must be put up, then he's gonna get caught.
But I'm thinking this 17 bank statements that are sealed. For how long now? 5 years now. They've been sealed. Still.
We are going to a second term. Still.
And they're still sealed. So the Parliament just
That's what
I'm thinking though. Because it seems the president
Slippery.
no.
Yeah, but you see, I'm sitting here thinking that the step aside policy can actually be detrimental to the country given the circumstance. Because now this is a sitting president.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're saying that, you see, it's a leadership vacuum.
Yes.
Who are you going to put?
Yes.
Are we having acting presidents now?
Yeah.
Because you niggas are busy step asiding in the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no leadership, in fact, in the country at the moment. We have crisis. Because we now have Wolendo Sisulu, we've got David Mabuza, and we can't really.
So you end up, and you wound up ending up with a president you did not elect.
Yeah.
In fact, I like that inquiry in a sense of what it shows you is that the step aside rule was not set up in the interest of justice, but
to target
factions
people.
in itself.
Just targeting people.
Because here's another thing, it contradicts the constitution, because I am innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
So there's already a contradiction.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then what they did, they said, okay, cool. If you are attending a court case while you are a member of the ANC, every time we are caught, so to rob you of the power of the structure, we say step aside.
Yeah.
But actually you are violating the constitution.
Yeah, true.
Because that's not a fair trial.
You assume he's guilty.
So whenever
But companies fire you off social media allegations
Yeah,
anyway.
just off allegations, they do that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, but remember, in a company, you can violate a code of conduct.
which is the law of the company.
Yes. But what I'm saying,
the
these
party
people,
can have a
these
code of
people are
conduct.
lawmakers. So the ruling party is contradicting the constitution.
Which they set up themselves.
Yes.
I don't think it's
unconstitutional.
I don't think it's unconstitutional. It's an organization just like any other. They would have to have a code of conduct.
Yes.
And there would have to be repercussions to that code of conduct.
Yes.
The same way a company can dismiss me or suspend me based on the embarrassment I brought to the company brand.
Fair enough. Now here's what you have as recourse, which is why Ace is being represented by Daline.
Yeah.
Because then his entire defense is then that it's unconstitutional.
Because it's
That's his
the same
defense.
Yes.
No,
That's
but
why-
okay, but
so you can.
no, but I would argue that then even in a company's case,
Yes.
I would be able to go argue the same.
You can. So that's why they say how you CCMA.
CCMA.
You can say. So remember, there are things that
And sorry, can I just interrupt you? And by virtue of those similarities alone, I'm concluding that it's not unconstitutional. It's not unconstitutional.
Yeah. So now my point is the following: is that you can go to the CCMA, where a company can make a decision based on whatever the way that the law works. there are gray areas. Maybe if the company can prove that your continued employment, they suffer detrimentally,
True.
then the law might entertain the company. But on a black and white basis, if they can prove that your conduct, let's say, for example, some companies that say, if you are a CEO that's sitting around with young girls, 18, legally this guy can say, well, they are of legal age, it's not a crime.
Yeah.
Then the company can go and say, while you are exercising your personal right as a human being, in your role as a company, the company suffers unfairly by employing you.
Yes.
Therefore, that's my case. Then whoever is the adjudicator.
The company's case.
Yeah. Then the adjudicator can say, while from a law perspective,
you're not breaking
this guy is
laws.
not breaking the law. But it's also unfair for his conduct to make you suffer, and then so we are finding in the favor of the company. But sometimes the company can still pay you off while they fire you.
To let you out. Yeah.
They can still pay you.
Give you a golden
And remember,
Yes.
Ace maintained what happened to innocent until proven guilty, because he was measuring the laws of the ANC against that of the labor law, which are laws of the country as well.
Yeah.
So, my feeling is by contradict.
I don't like the posture that we have in South Africa, in Africa especially, where you bring embarrassment to a certain body.
With no consequence.
Without consequences.
Bro, in the West, politicians and CEOs step down
Yes.
of allegations alone. He doesn't wait for a suspension.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not Santo, I'm innocent
I'm
until
innocent.
proven guilty.
It's the laws of the country.
Bro, you are
versus
Secretary
the
General
laws
of a
the
ruling
company.
party.
Which is why then Moody say it goes back to that thing, but there's a letter and the spirit of the law. So a lot of times when we sign things, we signing the letter, not the spirit. Right? So in other words, when somebody then demonstrates, yes, in you exercising your rights, being technical about them,
Yeah.
Mari, hello, Dumel, the spirit of the law. You never thought you were gonna get caught. So your defense is always technical.
Yes.
That's how you found
Because
yourself
what
in
it
the
then shows
Concord.
you, then what it shows you,
Arguing
you are not buying into
nonsense.
you are not buying into the law. It's like now as a society, if we agree, I just want to use the example I have relationship with. If we all agree as adults, even if somebody is of a legal age, actually we have it now, only 18.
Yeah.
Then there's an unwritten rule about the spirit that okay, the law was just trying to bridge a gap. At least like under 17.
Yeah.
But we are not saying go for under 18.
Yeah.
Because if you are buying into the spirit, you can't use the technicality of the law. Then you are not buying into the spirit. And if you are not buying into the spirit, then fight a case out why actually when you don't agree with it, but number 18 I know go.
Yeah, we're gonna get you got anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you, B.
You see?
Yeah, we're gonna get you.
So there are those contradictions.
So that's what I'm saying. Either way, it stands fit until you are able to win it in
In the court of law.
Yeah. So
Or somehow.
but
And DC somehow.
but as it stands now,
Step aside.
Yeah.
And
And then now
Well, the old man should step aside too then.
Yeah.
That's the case.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah.
because what we're seeing is that, some of the deliberations that are happening, because I get it right now, people are starting to choose nominating,
their candidates and all of that.
The candidate as president,
Yes.
right? Like people are already starting to think, okay, if it goes south by, let's say, a bit after December, and because right now it's still looking like people are favoring a second term, for Mfana. But if it goes south,
it's Game of
What
Thrones.
then?
Mfana is out, bro.
Another thing is that it opens it to
second term.
and another thing it opens it to abuse because
But if you choose the wrong side, that's your ass.
that's what happened. The contestation between spirit and letter of the law is that now I can, if this is my nemesis, I can go bribe the cops because I open a case against this because I know that the wheels of justice are slow. By the time they find out that he's innocent, he's under gag order from campaigning.
Yeah.
So now you see, now I'm abusing this law that was made to actually help the organization clear itself of wrongdoing. I can just say, there's un kutswerit. And it's a case number. They have an obligation to investigate it. Now go, I've given you a gag order. Then the machinery is running, then I win. Then you are innocent, but then it was unfair. You were not given a fair chance of fighting for the position.
I mean, I feel with Ace, they've known for a long time what the man was all about and what it's been down to. And it was only a matter of time that they were waiting for the right moment that benefits them, this faction, to say, you know what, let's just shoot when it's necessary. All
When
channels,
we have
because-
the
Yeah, that's why Tabang saying that there was nothing general about the step aside rule. It was used as, it was a weapon.
It's a weapon.
target.
And now Asia Motu.
Because you know it's not a secret, Hore. You know, someone like Ace wasn't, factioning Yabo Ramaphosa. Yeah, but the kind of significance of his position, Hore, as a SG. I'm the president, but you are the guy that runs my organization.
Yeah, he's the CEO.
You're the CEO of this that I'm trying to control. You gotta be out there.
For now, Harry, it's not a secret that Ace.
It's not a secret.
But
Don't get us killed.
to support your statement, bro, it's kind of not a secret because there's Abesto's case, there's Friede case going on.
Sure.
So
What's not a secret?
He's not the man's man.
Ace. They love Ace. The shenanigans, the Ace.
No, I thought he was gonna mention it's not a secret.
Hore.
Hore, the things that he's being accused of.
No.
It's
out there in the public.
It's not a secret, Hore.
He's been accused of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Hore. the big boss. About one the way. About one the way.
I'm still trying to make it out the Free State.
Alive.
This weekend, preferably.
Alive.
You know what I'm saying?
Alive.
Yeah. Chabi, like you were saying, Hore, people are not supporting a second term. The women's league.
Yeah.
That started supporting Kosazan.
They've dropped it.
Yeah, it's coming out of by Chincha Babata second term.
The issue with that now is
They're not supporting Kosazan anymore.
Oh, snap.
Dlamini Zuma RET, or was RET in fact.
Is it? Yeah.
And now Dlamini Zuma Nkosazana.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of candidates now. There's Zwelem Kisa, there's Dlamini Zuma,
Yeah.
there's
Lindiwe.
Sulu.
Yeah.
And at some point Dlamini Zuma hlala Ace. Hore, why step aside against Ace?
Yeah,
Sebetsa, against the guys Sebetsa.
Yeah.
Ramaphosa. Now we don't know Hore, if the big guys compromised now at this conference, who's going to emerge? Because now we've got 3 people. And none of them can be seen credible at the moment to run the country or to emerge as president.
Yeah, Mara, there's D, didn't fail to.
Come on.
The wildcat is coming, bro.
He is here.
The wildcat.
And he hasn't said shit, but up himself off.
What always say-
And then there's Paul. There's Paul coming
Yeah,
up.
Paul
Paul-
Machatili.
Yeah.
He's the treasurer.
Yeah, he's
He's
also
being nominated as deputy or treasurer because that's why he sees himself.
or
He's
SG.
comfortable there, OSG,
Yeah.
He's there. And how am I thing? Okay, it's obvious now. The one guy that we could look into is Ronald Lamola. Liena Mamatla is deputy.
They're trying to get him into the NEC.
Yeah.
By virtue of him being young and being learned. and all that.
ANC
Yeah.
type of thing.
Alright, man. I could say,
Yeah, I think we've.
Just to wrap it up, any predictions about where you see happening after December? Who do you think will be a candidate?
I think he's still going to emerge. Ramaphosa.
I'm calling it.
Yeah, second term.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Second term.
I'm calling it. He's getting a second term.
Those are issues.
Yeah.
It's still gonna emerge.
I think Cyril is coming.
Yeah, he's coming back, and he's going to coax. This Pala thing is going to. Yeah, it's looking bad, but it'll fit. Yeah,
That white money.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really wanted to pursue it, I think we should have had news by now. Or a Mang Utsueru and Mang is being charged. I'll never get a compromised person. I'll be in the front. But by now we should have had something like SIU or the ops.
Sure.
So it's just
because
nothing is clear.
when I out here, bam interviewing le Honda at the conference. So bam boza yona dideng palapal. So he starts mouthing off about it, and then at the end abare, mara chelta matrasing yona.
What about that, man?
Yo, what about that shit?
But I would speculate.
Yeah.
I would speculate. It's a speculation that it's not lost on the ANC
Yeah.
that they are faced with pretty shitty options.
Of course. It's not. They're not lost.
You have the
And
branches.
that's why I think Cyril might still come out.
Better the devil we know.
And I know we wanna kill this one, but you must see what happened now in Dihlabeng. The classical case of what we mentioned, the engine being the secretary and you as the president, the secretary. We've got a mayor and the current MM
Municipal
contract
manager.
Feds.
Yeah.
And I felt like there was issues now. people had to be reinstated into contracts and all of that. And that's kind of example of Abel Matla Fitanga Meya. And the mayor is just there doing nothing about it, can't even do anything about it. And the mayor, the MM, from my campaign Ramapos, in the previous term, the former mayor. And now everybody was happy. Little did they know. But nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know. And for years I think now to come, because it's evident.
Yeah.
It's Bible.
Yeah. No, the Pompo as long as Ramaphosa is still in power.
As long as
Yeah, I'm calling it. He's coming back.
Yeah, no, it's coming back. Most definitely.
Yeah, because we saw what happened to folks once Zuma left.
Yeah.
Niggas started
Yeah,
falling.
man, I'll tell you,
Yeah, man. Alright, man. Still on politics.
Yeah.
But a bit on the raunchier side. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know what's coming up. Yeah, I didn't see this.
You know, Ukile.
In keeping with the free state.
Yeah, in keeping with the free state.
Go for this side.
Yeah, they keep up with the day. You know.
Nah, y'all gotta eat that.
So hey, something wild came out. And again, the ANC speaker of the provincial legislature in the Free State.
Yeah, my man.
And again, Zanele.
Zandile Sifuba.
Okay, Zandile.
Zandile
Oh, I thought Zanele. Me.
I can
Zandile Sifuba. Oh, Zanele.
Oh, Zanele. So I was right.
I can
Zanele Sifuba. Hey, yeah, I know what's a tape. What's a tape? She's out there.
didn't see
Why?
Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
didn't.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw
Didn't
it.
see it.
What's happening in the
It's
tape?
disgusting.
Yeah. It's a screenshot of a video. It's a screenshot of a video call. Yeah. So I don't know what's my video call is wrong. We born on the screen and then honali.
They're having phone sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're having phone sex. This nigga is
rubbing
off on the other side,
and she's
out here. She's playing with herself.
wilding.
Oh, because he takes the screenshot, his face doesn't show.
It's not a screenshot. It's
a video call.
It's a video call.
Yeah, it's a video call.
Yeah.
And in front of the camera, so we don't even get to see.
Zalo smart.
I'm going to start saying,
That nigga's schlong is in the whole fucking screen.
Why you
hating, bro?
Yeah, I'm hating.
No.
Hey, why you hating? Unnecessarily.
My nigga. Hey.
Is this the guy Nigerian though?
Yeah, I can hide.
Go to the pipe.
And when that thing went from one corner of the
Yeah, that
screen
nigga enhanced big.
When somebody's mad.
Oh, and then she's out here wilding there, you know, butt naked.
Babu.
Now there's no audio on
Can
the
you hear the
audio.
audio?
Yeah, you can't hear the audio.
There's no audio.
Yeah, there's no audio.
There's no audio.
Yeah, well,
So
on the one that I saw.
she's rubbing herself.
Yeah, she's also doing.
I stopped watching the moment I saw some great stuff.
That's what I was getting.
When she was going down.
Yeah, when she. Hey. How old is she? I forgot to. But Kim.
Give me, yeah.
Yeah,
Give
Kim.
him
Yeah.
But remember, it's case paid.
I was appreciative of it.
Why?
Apparently, she was being bribed.
I've always wondered what
For 300K.
300K.
Yeah.
she was. What?
She was being bribed.
By the Nigerian guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You've never wondered what
Get your head out of the gutter. No, I don't want the such
Let him finish.
If you want to see an old person's coochie,
Yeah,
you can go to Pornhub
of course.
and search for old coochie.
That's not the one that's
Right?
discussion.
That's not the one that I'm talking about.
Okay.
What we have never seen is a mekuchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have ever seen mekuchi.
I'm disturbed.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact that I've learned something.
Yeah.
But remember,
I've seen something new.
Yeah.
There was this one again from Limpopo.
Million.
Agnes
Body
something.
class,
1 million class.
Oh,
Yeah, the same thing.
Oh shit.
He wanted to commit suicide?
After
that,
yeah. After
Hey,
yes.
hey,
Yes, but at least
Can I know what's a land of video?
Something similar.
And she was making sounds and shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then she was cheating.
She was cheating.
She was cheating.
So you know, like something like a nude. Earlier on,
Because she was married.
Yes, she was.
And when I say Sendele, her husband.
No.
And then this current case, Miona,
No.
Hanya.
Oh, she can wall out.
In the boyfriend.
But she's got kids, bro.
Like she's got kids.
I blame bo masiste go bona ka go bathola Nigeria vat. You know, Nigeria.
Hey, bruh.
It's crazy. But when ANC
That's actually a flex on them.
On Nigeria.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
We got your mothers and your sisters.
Your mothers and your
cousins.
children.
Yeah, man, wakashala kaofela.
Entire value chain.
You thought it was just your girls. Nah.
Not your mothers.
Your mothers too.
We are even coming for your father.
And our friends too.
Bro, these niggas got your mothers doing wild shit.
Man, it's crazy.
Because I remember that topic that we had that time, okay? You know, like stature sabom, like the certain things as
a matriarch.
And I'm just assuming where she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
She probably is one.
Yeah. That situation you don't want to find yourself in. You know, like why are you having?
And what a respectable institution the matriarchy is. Yeah.
It's gonna be there for years.
Yeah. So why are you having phone sex?
Like you mentioned, though, it's not the last one. Is
These things happen to the patriarch.
Remember?
You can already expect.
Mara, imagine if me only like a 18, 19-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Asato monaka next. Mara, that's how you play social media. So ham khalmela ka certain things.
You know,
One not monaka.
not even about age. The kids nowadays.
You don't mind the age,
watching-
but
It's not a good look.
even at my age,
Not good look.
Fana, if that happened to my mother,
How you married?
It's not a good
And then
look.
also, I mean, come on.
It's just embarrassing.
How many people are you shaming now?
yeah, I might have to go on a sabbatical.
It's just embarrassing.
I think I'm gone for
But
12
like
months.
mentioned, though, it's not the last ANC he feels. I mean, Gatoki Gaba, remember?
Yeah,
Gigaba was there.
Gigaba was wild.
You know.
Yeah, that nigga.
Gatoki Mani, Kimang, Ebi Mapatwe.
Not hlokahale, ne?
When he was naked
veteran,
When I sang in.
I'll make it in the guest
Chiriang
room.
ka snepe.
Chiriang ka snepe,
Asleep.
Alam Champagne.
Oh my god, bro.
But there's another angle I want to discuss about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is around how the perceptions around sex. So, for example, there are certain fantasies or sexual acts that, as the young people, we kind of think older people are not sexual beings,
True.
right?
Let me make
You see,
it
so we need
sometimes.
to.
Hey, they're not.
Well, this proves that they are.
Exactly.
They're
This
not.
proves they are.
Wait, well, this is.
Yeah.
So what I'm
No matter
saying,
the age.
I think the dichotomy in our minds as well. It's like somebody was saying, the whole thing about
Yeah.
that sex work is work.
Yep.
And then about it, there are always women that says, yeah, but or men that say, yeah, but how did our mothers carry us? Wabona basa rixing me. So this chick about you are raised by a single mother. Little bana by 5. And Kenya school. As a domestic worker, get rid of my nigga. The only difference is that today.
How do you think she did that?
So the only difference today is that there's information, there's technology. So these things give up people in the name.
People are exposed to a whole lot of things.
But if you look at about, let's say, I would imagine she's an older woman. So there's a certain flex there by scoring a young boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Of being seen as desirable.
Yeah.
When the older women grow, the more they feel less confident about their body.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here's a
Then
child
they wanna
boy.
become young again.
Yes, he had ulterior motives.
Yeah.
But he based those ulterior motives on what the weaknesses of his enemies are.
Yeah.
True.
So
Yeah.
he threw charm.
Yeah.
You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And even got her to
And
do
she probably
things that...
hasn't heard that in 20 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
You see what I'm saying?
And the one thing that they want to do about Utaman is to splash money around boys.
Hey,
Or keep it as a-
hey. So she's human.
Yeah. She is. And they're sexual beings, man.
They're
Hey,
sexual beings.
fuck that.
You know.
Yeah, man. Hey, kiamutwela ne.
Nah, Jamutwele.
Yeah, kiamutwela mfana.
There's an
You
all,
know,
how could they sexual beings?
No,
There's
Jamutwele.
an old guy
Yeah.
now. he's
You
about
know, that's
60.
like
Yeah, kiamutwela.
because the moment you acknowledge old people as sexual beings,
No, but they are.
The
they are,
words that you have to collapse in your
about to say.
mind.
let me cook.
Yeah.
Let me cook. I really guess you're at dinner. Now we cook at your. Yeah, I'm the cook. Then you have to contend with thoughts. Bruh, my mom lives alone in the Eastern Cape.
Hey, so you don't want to think about.
So now, hell.
Hey,
Now, I'm like,
hey.
is there some old nigga or young nigga?
Oh, young nigga.
Bro.
I wouldn't mind an old nigga.
Bro.
So I am okay with depriving them of.
Listen,
all those things.
there's a guy I know. He's 62 years old.
I don't
and
want to
he's
think about
smashing
this
left,
stuff.
right, and center. He's very exposed to me. He's
How
close
old
to
is
me.
he?
62.
It's a guy.
And he gets
Yeah,
the young.
guy's fine.
but that's fine.
You know what I'm talking about?
Guys,
Drops. You know him, right? The guy I'm talking about. This 62 years guy.
Yeah.
Oh, left bona anytime. We are club bon a young one.
Yeah, but that's
And
fine.
but
No. The thing is that I think our sexual perception towards males and females are
They're not the same, yeah.
male o ke seriti sa lelapa.
yeah.
I know old women. Wow.
O ile mmeng wa lelapa e matriarch.
Mara,
Wa
like-
isa
like
registering
we
le
said,
hlakoreng ka
sexual
monwana.
beings too.
Like what the fuck?
No,
That's about skip
no,
out
no,
it,
no, they do it, bro. Old, Chef, I didn't think, I'd ever see like an old black woman, but I know the old white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. From personal experience.
Well, yeah.
I get it, you're fucking old, right?
Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What's happening?
Nah, I'm not gonna rehash that shit.
What's going on?
My man, I'm not gonna rehash. I'm not gonna rehash. Go back to the old episode.
For a fridge.
Hey, bro. And perks, B. And perks, my G.
You sold your body for a fridge.
You guys have lived, my
man.
G.
Shout out to you, Des, bro.
My nigga, I needed the
You got
perks,
that
B.
fridge, bro.
I needed the perks.
But just on that story, that nigga was shit for doing that.
Yeah.
No, about
that's-
he's human,
that's
he's a
fucked
sexual
up,
being.
bro.
So I think that's the
fucked
stance I'm taking out of it.
Yeah, no. Support you on that.
Yeah, man. And whatever old women and technology, I'm fine.
No, man, it's good because now it'll serve as it'll deter
Deterrent.
them. Yeah,
Deterrent.
Bella, we don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, doubles.
Nah, it's shameful because now in this kind of king, revenge porn.
Yeah.
But we
Nah,
revenge
she's
porn.
gonna have to go sue.
Yeah.
But swing is another process of embarrassment.
Yeah, you know.
How do they enforce the revenge porn thing? Because now, do you know that as someone who retweets or shares or uploads that video, you are implicated in the crime?
Well, but
now-
now, beauty.
But that's legally yes. But how do you enforce it?
You can't enforce it.
It's
Can't.
hard.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's no measure to it.
Because even the main character, Agana Sibatlu we rehash it because it makes it. So that's why the thing is, going back to the first topic, there are laws that by letter, they are fine, but we needed to buy into the spirit of it.
Yeah.
Because to pursue justice and recourse, get the letter. How you gonna, we barely, cops cannot even deal with the criminal
Yeah,
and
sure.
you wanna go get a digital crime. Only body can
Being pursued.
Poppy Act.
Yeah,
Nobody
Poppy
can
Act.
go over there.
Yeah.
So what
Nobody.
actually happens, you the one as a victim that would have to go sue.
Yeah.
Then you have to secondary embarrassment.
Yeah, it puts the onus on you.
So what's that in?
Hey,
you
those
guys
questions
do it.
again.
You hard.
God,
You know what I'm
yeah.
supposed
With
to
your
say
children
shit.
supporting you in court.
Bro. Silly evidence. Say that.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that's not a good
They
thing.
bring you an extra one.
Hey. And then, evidence file out to
And them cop niggas are going to spread it too.
And take pictures of you.
Bro. Yeah, I know. I know the whole.
that's crazy.
Alright, man.
Alright, man.
And before we close on that one,
okay.
Prince KB came out to
Oh yeah, kind of there, nene.
yeah, Prince KB but he came out with a statement.
Kind of we say.
Hosandile, I don't know. He understands what the old woman could be going through.
Yes.
And he feels for her. And about family high support and because she could be going through a lot now, mental pressure and depression and all of that. Because it's like and the shame that he had to face but
The
family.
Yeah.
So we could imagine the same thing.
Yeah.
Mesandile banemba high.
Kind of he also had his dick out.
He also
Yeah,
has
but
dick
I
out,
think
yeah.
obviously
and we really out loud when I had my dick picture out,
His mom saw it.
maybe to his family. Maybe to his family, but in the street he was like, man.
Of course.
But I don't think.
Nah, I wanna like, what's your family sees that shit?
Yeah, the one thing I don't ever want to go through
is that.
is being embarrassed in front of my mother.
Yeah, bro.
Now Hana Mesandile now Christmas lunch, Christmas dinner,
how
family
awkward
gatherings.
No. But Chabubu and Nick, because I've seen Prince KB's kind of tweets when obviously he's self-aware. He knows that he was also being desired.
He was
Yes,
that.
it's also
After
true.
that.
It's also true that from the quotas of the family, it is embarrassing. So there were times where
Mara strategy.
the Cherry Nagata I had to comment this Naxinyana to show like he still likes that,
So like that's something that he usually flaunts.
So he was just becoming a main character syndrome in this thing.
Oh, Hanan's
Let's call it for what it really is.
Hanan's statement.
And also understand that men don't face the same kind of repercussions around leaked leaked shit. So he's just trying to be a main character syndrome. Actually, fuck him.
But it's all around embarrassing. I can just imagine what Christmas is
fine.
like.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I know it's bad. Like don't leak news.
Like
guys.
call it so now pastor.
Don't share news with your friends.
Don't
do that. You know what I'm saying?
Because they share them with other people.
Yeah. And it says spreading.
But motho yo ano mo tshepang. Ona le motho a le mong. Motho o le mong le.
Your best friend is
ona
the
le
best
motho a
friend.
mo tshepang.
Please, bro. Don't share nudes. Don't share nudes.
They are for your own personal, private consumption.
They were sent in confidence.
In confidence. So don't share that
Don't
shit.
destroy that confidence.
Yeah, don't share that shit. That shit ain't cool, bro. That shit ain't cool. Alright, man.
Let's get into fluffy shit.
Yeah, so move on to something a bit light as well, which is also notable. You can just tie it in, because it's social media based as well. The Sonia Booth.
Oh yeah.
Limateu. Boo. Oh yeah, kind of don't know that. Yeah. So I think it was Monday. It was Monday. Sonia with a series of posts on social media. Anarita hore find out delay through investigations. Apparently she hired private investigator, na check out body track and she was really going in. Find out Matthew might be having an affair with somebody the foundation in
Mola Mtombe.
Bongani Mola.
Yeah. She seems like she's a motivational speaker or something. I can show what she does. And then, you know, like, lady vacationing, say 7 kilometers away, was holy. And then he was cooking cheesecake.
Ingredients,
Cooking your mistress a cake in your wife's house.
And a mistress who has a husband.
While they're
Who has a
there.
husband.
While they are there.
While they're there, B. That nigga was
A
wild.
mistress who has a husband and the husband ended up eating the cake.
Yes. Because she brought it home.
And it was delicious.
Because she brought it home.
It was delicious.
And the maid was found cleaning the Tupperware.
Then she takes it home.
Guess what Booth does? Like every other man. Deny.
Oh, my dude.
Nah, he denied it and said no.
So
I found it allegations.
some things that also came out is that he was dipping in the children's school funds.
School funds,
For some of these trips that he was taking with the
all
girl.
of these.
But see, that one.
You're dipping.
Dipping in the school funds.
I want to know whose money was in that fund.
True.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
That's what Sonia won't tell us.
Because she doesn't say.
Yeah.
It's probably not hers.
But we don't know. No,
Maybe
no, that's not what I'm saying.
She doesn't say.
But all I can say is
question.
I can't steal from myself.
True.
Yes.
If
Not
I'm
steal
building
from
an
your-
education
from
fund for my
children.
kid,
That's
nigga,
your money.
At any given time, I can take this shit back. This is my money.
I can't be stealing from your kids.
This is my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
I just wonder whose money was in that
True.
education.
So because she feels like
Because if it was Matthew's money,
can never get Sonia.
she's wilding.
I can feel
Bitch,
it.
that's my money.
Yeah, but she feels very aggrieved.
She feels very good.
If I'm deciding fuck
Yeah.
these kids,
Maybe Okotilore Booth uchitile guy another black woman. You know, she probably thought a guy mangamleng or something. Kilaka alone sometime. Okay. They've got similar features.
but I respect the consistency.
Yeah,
You
no,
got a
he's got a
type.
type.
Yeah.
Type.
He's got a type.
Yeah.
And I think maybe
Slender,
that's why she feels so threatened.
True.
That's a younger version of her.
True.
You know, maybe I can replace someone. You know, like there's a few things. Like I just want to dissect the lens. You know, she went through to find out this information.
man.
You know? Like how does it make you feel how a woman can really go so far?
Try PI, man.
You mean to find out
It's an obsession.
it's
not loving.
The PI guy is busy. On his own skeletons. How would you feel such information to somebody's wife? such damning information.
It's his job. Bro.
It's his job.
It's his job, Maramuna.
I said one now. You're not funny.
Wow.
Hey, man, Leonard's a jola, man.
Yeah, man, he's making his money.
Bro,
He's making his money.
It's work, bro.
If I'm hired to go kill a nigga,
Come on.
It's a job.
I'm killing a nigga. Hey,
I was on duty.
It's a job, bro.
I'll
It's
tell
a
you,
job.
Yeah,
he can't be blamed.
I don't know.
I think when it comes to issues of infidelity, for you to hire a PI, right? It means you already have a prima facie case that your man is cheating.
Suspicions.
Yeah, that's why suspicions and a prima facie case.
Case.
Or on the basis of total do one.
Yeah.
Say do just Kimocho who's cheating. Ne?
Yeah.
Now the one thing that you might want to do is that you might want concrete evidence. But relationship compared to total legality is that the cost, the psychological and emotional cost of looking for evidence by yourself or even by peer because it's going to come to you, it's just not worth it. So you just need to learn to make a decision based on your own feelings.
I'm with you.
Yeah, like I need to be able to say, I
you.
respect myself enough. In fact, if you are innocent, it's my loss. But I'm making this decision based on my own values.
Yeah.
And my own values are, for example, as a woman or a man, I will nka story some say there's
Yeah.
And if she does it 3 times, I don't care how concrete the story sounds, but I've just taken a decision by myself.
And you don't care what it is that she's doing.
Yes, I don't care what she's doing, but I know that
You've taken a stance.
Yes, I've
but
taken
this
a
is
stance.
this is what I'm not going to tolerate.
Yeah.
yes.
Regardless of whether she was doing anything or not out there.
Because Jwale now bothata ke bona is that if I then go and want to corroborate what she was doing, so I now need now all that thing still comes to me. So now here's the problem.
More than what
so I
you're
do
looking
get
for.
the justice. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm getting that justice at a cost to my personal values, and I don't want to trade in my personal values for another human being.
True.
I don't.
Profound.
Yeah.
Profound.
But what I'm also willing to accept is that on the basis of the person who thinks like that, I'm also aware that I might lose a good woman.
Yeah, but that's a chance
I'm-
you're willing to take.
Because you could be wrong.
Because I could be wrong. So I'm accepting both my fate. I could be wrong. But now the labor of having to prove Quran cheated or cheated is also just too much.
And it's demeaning.
And it's demeaning.
Meaning, you what's about
Yeah.
Because now look at what causes came at. But now how being embarrassed, your entire family, your family who takes you on the TL.
You lost money too.
Yeah.
You've even exposed Halina Chele.
Yeah. Because my thing, because my thing, speaking to, just to add a bit more to what you're saying, Tabang, is that in Sonia's case, it wasn't enough that she found the evidence. She still had to go embarrass.
Go for it.
It wasn't enough. Like, okay, now you've seen.
Deal with it.
Yeah, like private investigator. Over and above that, you still want to go post this shit online?
Now, here's what surprises me. She then says, if Booth wants a divorce, then he must file for it.
Meaning
She
she's not
won.
ready.
Now, why did you call all of that information?
And you still don't want to file for divorce?
Then how about I mean, it's something.
That's what you've had stories about me long hore. Ona jola lauti ona nyetsu ke ntata nang le chelete ne. Hotwe. If she says, I know a behavior I will never accept from a man, whether it's a poor or rich man, as a woman, I know the treatment I will not accept.
True.
But to Bajon, uto the double story. Ka back. Aska lontsha monna na nka bana ba hae. A re ke tla khotlela heso. Because my values have told me I will never deal with a man that treats me this way, rich or poor.
They stay.
You stand tall on your
Yeah,
principles.
so I'm standing tall on. So, and by the way, this is a litmus test of a value. If you wanna know whether you believe in a value for sure, utle motho a itswela. A ikahele bophelo bo botle a re bula le taba tura because ha ke mosadi a tla dumelang hore ka bana na le tšhelete ke ne ko bone dimoleng le bana ba banyane. I'm not that person.
Yep. Yes.
But now I'm not gonna go take pictures. I'm gonna link them to a business associate.
Because it's more head to yourself now as well. You know, it's
embarrassing.
more damage to yourself.
It makes no goddamn sense to me.
And by the way, I'm not also trying to nyenyefatsa the pain of infidelity to the person.
Sure.
I'm only criticizing how you conduct yourself in that moment.
Yes.
I'm not saying the pain is unwarranted.
Yes.
I'm just saying, but there were so many toll gates.
You see, because the whole purpose of a principle and a moral value is that you are willing to stand tall in the consequences of you having taken a decision based on it, whether you were right or wrong.
Yeah. True.
That's a principle.
Yes.
Right? But I've said I have a code that I live by.
And you're willing to stick by it.
Right? So, in fact, I'd much rather be wrong.
Than compromising the code.
I can't ever afford to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having stayed there.
Yes.
That's why we used to have, and I called it stupid then, but it's not really. Like when we were growing up, we would have this thing of like, we'd break up with girls just based off allegations.
Yeah,
True.
That was enough.
Yeah, it was enough. Yeah.
I didn't have to see her. For all I know, it wasn't true. But
For all you know, it was a lie.
But we done. Yeah.
Because
For all you know, it was a lie.
Yeah.
But that's a principle. And if it's a lie,
Aye.
you stand on that lie. Like Slim Chad said.
Nah, you stand by it.
Oh, it's like let's say media ha o tsama. Ona le chomi. Ha na le chomi. Ba fitla ba re ya Durban. A re tsama le bomang. A re ne Autiaka. Wa mtseba wa di tendering ba tla ka Viano ke bana. Re tlo just gonna be a nice time. It's a big beach party. What. O bo tsamaya. I then find out.
Yeah.
And you may not have slept with anybody there.
I haven't done anything.
But
But the fact that
I
you
have
were there-
told myself
Finally.
I will never date somebody who is in an environment that can be misconstrued as stalk.
But the fact that you were there.
That's a principle.
Yeah, that's a principle. I'm not interested in Olajuwon Rawat. But my principle is that I cannot be in a relationship with somebody who can be misconstrued
As
as
stalk.
stalk. Even if
And these are examples.
Yeah,
We're not
these are
saying
examples. I'm not saying-
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but because I'm just using a silly example. But never get. But that is enough. That prima facie case is enough for me to say this is not the type of things I want to deal with in a relationship.
What you've done compromises my
Yeah,
values.
those other people don't have that.
Yeah, true. I like what Supersport did, how they responded.
Oh, but what did they do?
Unlike the other insurance guys, but it's a private matter.
It's about kid.
His employer said no,
Yeah, because I think that the main difference between Katlego
There was
and
abuse
Booth-
allegations.
there was abuse allegations on the
True.
other side.
True.
Yeah.
And there was allegations of Onajile Masebitsanti.
Yeah.
And my man's back.
Just Maka check, because it's not illegal to cheat, bro.
True. It's not.
But
Not
it's
illegal.
immoral. But it's immoral.
Yeah, but it's not illegal.
I understand, but it's not what we were saying.
Listen
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal to cheat.
It's immoral.
Not illegal.
Yeah, but
to
it's
cheat.
not
Not
illegal.
illegal.
Based on the rules that we've set for
Yeah.
ourselves in
Yes.
society, it's immoral.
It's
Yeah.
immoral.
It's
immoral,
immoral.
true.
Yeah.
Let's not trivialize it. It's immoral.
But it's not illegal.
Yeah, but it's not illegal. Yeah.
I think
I
Supersport
said Twehulu, went to Twehulu, but I the way.
Yeah, I think they were also trying to set a precedent in terms of all these other brands that associate with Booth to say don't be harsh and start taking decisions because she was calling for these brands to disassociate.
Yeah, she was taking the brand.
Yeah, to say
On each and every post, she was taking
in
the
your
brand.
name.
In
this is what this guy does.
Yeah.
True.
She was
In
taking
here,
it was
in
facts.
I think she thought she would have another case of Katlego.
True.
Exactly.
But still, she doesn't want
Where
to
the
take
guy's been cancelled out.
That's what she was hoping would happen.
If she loses the bag, then
And that's the mind fuck for
How
me,
can I
right?
divorce?
like,
The guy would lose the bag.
Hey.
How would
and then
divorce?
now what would divorce? It doesn't make sense.
Bro.
That's the mind fuck for me.
Wait. A baby mama can affect your means of earning because you're not paying child support.
True.
She'd rather make you more poor.
True.
True.
So what if I change my mind? Okay, I'd like to support my child.
Yeah.
You've taken away all
You
the
took all the
income.
means.
And I went to court.
So it's not surprising that she
Now
would
that
do
you mention
like they will do something even if it hurts
Them.
themselves.
The very cause that they are trying to fight for, yes.
No, speak.
Was
yeah.
someone to court? Baby mama wants 3K a month for child maintenance.
Hey,
I mean,
you dealing with that shit too, nigga? God damn.
I mean, listen to this, Des. I was there when the child was born. I was there when she was pregnant. I was supporting the
Sure.
child right through.
Wait, is this the real thing?
Yeah, he's
What's
gay.
happening to
Went
you?
to go with my girl to go sort that out.
Yeah.
You know.
Very
And
familiar with court, this one. Very familiar.
So my nigga, run that shit back. So what happened?
now we get there, and I was telling her that, you know what, baby, if Kisai, then I decide on my behalf. Now I'm going to have to fork 3K every month for one, and
So she wants 3K.
she wants 3K. Hard business plan wrong, what's I think, there's beating and it's there.
And
Then
it was 3K.
I want money from this guy. Then we go there. When I get there, I tell her, no, I don't have money. I've got 2 other kids. And then she acts surprised. I've got 2 other kids. I was like, you know what? I've got 2,000 to spend on all 3 kids. So we must divide that by 3. It gives us 660. And the clerk of the court says, now what are you going to do, OC? I said, but that's all I have. I said, saying, but can you not compromise then at least to 1.5? I said, no, I've got 1,000 then. If you're going to compromise, then I can give you 1,000. Then buy,
why did you go up?
Buy clothes once. Okay, I suggested 4 times in 1 year, quarterly. Then the clerk said, no, Abudi.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes. I said, no, you're not obliged to do that. You can actually buy twice. Winter and summer.
And
I
that's
said,
it.
okay, I'll buy
I'll
twice.
take that.
I'll take that, And she was not happy. And then she said, no, but I was 1.5. I said, nah, 1,000. I've got 1,000.
Yeah, but she took you to court.
You know, here's the thing. We're not gonna get around 2.1 a month. I wasn't consulted. I know nothing about that. She drives a big car, costly. Expensive clothes only from shoppers in
So you're supposed to fund that.
Man, and she ends well. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a living here. I've got 2 other kids. I've got responsibilities. I've got people that I'm paying. So King had 3,000.
So your thing was what she was asking for, you couldn't afford.
I couldn't afford.
But why did you go up? Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Why did you move from that?
That's me feeling for the child. Then say, no, it's 600. What is it?
You originally said you have 2K to spend on things.
Right.
So why did you go up?
I divide like 660.
Were you feeling the pressure?
No. Then I'm thinking,
No, but at the same time, it's his kid.
she's my daughter.
Yeah, it's his kid. So you would have to see some
I thought,
ground.
you know what, Ahman, you know what?
Sometimes you have to
So was it concluded at court?
Concluded before Rikinal magistrate. Concluded with the clerk. But house size 1.5. You go, no, I've got 1,000. Then clerk, no, but you guys need to decide. We decided, and then I went up and being Hileka magistrate. So la
dumelana ka?
Yeah,
La dumelana jwang?
1,000 and then 1,000 a month.
Twice a year.
Twice a year. And then the can make 4 times a year, 1,000.
Yeah.
But no, it's gotta be twice a year.
Yeah.
Tell Sama.
But you cannot.
But then how about when you feel like it?
It's a
It's up to
bonus.
you.
It's a
But
bonus.
it's scary.
So my thing is that did it even have to go there? B?
Do you understand?
Did you even have to go?
I
to
mean,
court?
she was missing the picture for 2 years, and then how like someone and having.
Are discussing names.
What was the
Nine
relationship with the
months.
child in that absence? How about she's denying you access?
She's in Bloemfontein, and you know what the setup? Because at this point,
Hold on.
with my family, and they say, 2,000 because now I'm feeling I've been there, I've been present financially and otherwise. Hands are pregnant even when the child was born, up to when she was about 2 years. We now must marry. Marry what?
Marijuana.
Papa, I want to marry.
Oh, nyale. And then you like
Then
nah.
2,000 damages. I've been paying everything since in a mother's home. 2K. My granddad says, okay, and then he says, okay, you know what? We'll see you when we come back. So basically like we coming back. For what?
Down
I'll see
payment,
it. But you're gonna come back. Then so there were issues there, no access young one. Like in the blow, because this one time I call her and I try to talk to her about the child. She then says to me, why would you call me on a Saturday morning? I said, oh, your boyfriend is there. I said, yes. Don't ever call me in such mornings again. I said, okay, no, I won't call you again. I stop my phone. I turned my phone last year, around February. How Club Lomo, I know Club Lomo to fit a Betlem. Guess what? Hasali engine one stop. Location, corner phone. I mean, you are out already.
So why didn't you tell me?
How can
before
but I sort out, you know what? Let me just pay what I gotta pay.
Listen, man. Sometimes, and like a court does what it needs to do. B.
Yeah.
I hated that it had to go that way.
That far.
Yeah, but fuck it now.
Because you know where I am now. Why did you have to go and embarrass me? Because,
You know,
I mean,
Eddie Summons.
good luck, it's more. I feel like someone.
Ah,
I want to go and someone.
Bro,
I mean, come on.
how?
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, bro.
True. It's very.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, man.
But at
It's
least it
embarrassing.
happened in Bloom.
Yeah.
But you know about all the other court cases about let's
Hey.
take
Oh, yeah,
about 7
yeah,
years.
Is this child your firstborn?
She's my firstborn.
Your other 2 kids, are they born within wedlock?
Yeah, and funny, I mentioned during the seminar, I mentioned I've got 2 5-year-olds at the same age, different moms. That's that, yeah.
What do you mean?
Why?
Yeah, this is like a while ago.
Yeah.
How many baby mamas you have?
I've got 2 baby mamas. I've got
Oh,
my ex-wife.
Yeah,
I've got my ex-wife, and then I've got the baby mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, I feel for you, P.
Yeah,
man. Because if you listen to the pod, like we discuss these things, quite a lot.
And the one where Musa says you have to sell your soul, I mean, hey, there's a lot, man. Been through that too. There's a lot.
Big ups to you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Get in that fridge, bro.
What the fuck is this?
Now, what you talking about, man?
Acted like a man,
Yeah, like, where you at, B? Joe.
Show some
Mara, just to maybe
Bring it back to
bring it back to this thing. Sonia, because Obana, some of the kind of arguments that were coming off, some people were saying, especially when women find out about cheating, they just see red. They get
They destroy everything.
To
be fair, men too sometimes.
And they were comparing it to like some of the actions that niggas take. Because niggas then become aggressive.
Like city TLB.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a case like that. You have to own the TL. It is one. Una Kenya school.
Yeah.
Abalekwetha. Abamulash.
Which one is it? I see how teachings in Cherry 12 times. That's circulating on social media now.
Yeah, I saw that video.
I think
I saw that.
There was a similar case locally.
Yeah.
Really?
That happened in Bloom.
Yeah.
That looked.
But the guy killed himself.
Okay.
No.
He shot everybody and killed himself.
No. Similar situation of him taking a girl. Abadi se medi and then made an and then he finds out. And then he shot her.
And shot himself.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Not nice one.
Yeah, because
Who says gay? I'm for talking about
yeah.
I shot.
Leave it. It's not
Yeah,
worth
because
it.
now the
Uche can.
That's a very
It's not
interesting
worth
topic.
it.
Yeah.
But it's not worth
No,
it.
Aisha.
How only people are mutin? We ain't gonna hard. Baka pin.
we ain't gonna loyalty.
Come on.
You see, gents,
You can expect it.
yeah.
True.
You can expect it, but
But if it doesn't come,
if it doesn't come, it doesn't come.
Kema plasing Apollo.
Where's Polo?
Kema plasing Apollo.
Why is Polo catching smoke?
every time you shoot, Polo catches smoke.
Oh,
And then who Kenya school? Ne? Ube educated. Ukhanne koloi ono law.
yeah, I blow you up.
Haketa. Uopulela bana ba mauto. Aye.
Why so now there's
But one
something
no
you could
could-
not be doing anymore?
Listen, it hurts, bruh. It
hurts.
hurts.
I
But
think sometimes we just need to be honest about certain things. Ne? If ke thaba ke spana ke cooperate ke sharp ka fihla I Bethlehem karata cherry e sharp. I'm like, I live in Joburg, you live here, and for this relation to have a fair chance of surviving, ho tlamehile ke tsaya matsapa ka Setswana a go tsaya fa go isekwa. Wabo? But you are coming on my ticket. Ne? Ha ke fihla Josie, ke be ke bona ke re, for you to fit in, gore bophelo bo tswele pele, there are certain ways you move about in Joburg. Wardrobe. I do all those things. Ne? You're so passionate ka go phe. Culinary skill nyana. Ne? Ke tla o bulela restaurant. I do all these things for you. Ebe ke fihla o je santwane ke hirileng. So now here's the thing I want us to kind of wrap our minds around. So here's the thing, ne? If I'm a well-off guy,
Yeah.
I would be judged by using materialism as a reason why I decided not to do shit for this chick. Right? So the world will still judge me. How can motho o mo ratang, if o mo rata ka lerato leo ne, you should have done those things for her.
Yeah.
Then the same world doesn't want to put judgment on her. How can o febele motho a o ntse ntho tse ntle so? The unfortunate part, which is wrong, is obviously the killing is a crime.
Killing's a crime. True.
It's a
But
crime.
let go. Twara.
Yes, I understand. But what I'm saying is that let's also not pretend like all the way like it's unfair to be salty.
yeah, no, it's not unfair to be salty.
For me, it's
It's not unfair to be salty.
not self-preserving. Yeah, it's not self-preserving for a woman. As a woman, when you go and snake a man like that, knowing that men will kill you for it. It's one thing us sitting here and talking about how it's wrong. We all believe that it's wrong.
Yes.
But one thing I can guarantee you is that a man will kill you for it.
John Lemara, does it make us hypocrites then in terms of judging Sonia's reaction to this shit?
How do you mean?
Yeah, because what was happening in the conversation on Twitter is like a lot of these girls were saying, let her vent in this way. Because Lona, when you guys vent,
was saying,
you young niggas kill.
You kill.
We don't kill.
That's fair.
Let us vent.
No, but I'm not going to let you vent because I disagree with it. So what I will do is speak down on it and speak against it. But I will always expect it. I will always expect it because it is a woman trait. That's what they do when they start wilding out. Right? Hey, this is what they do. They dig. They find.
Yeah. Because I investigator find.
PI.
Then shit goes
south
to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also know, and we do speak against, and we have not accepted, but we are well aware that men will kill you.
Yeah. Alright, man.
Like it's sorry, Des. It even goes beyond women. Like even as a man snaking another man, you know that there's a chance that this nigga might kill you.
True.
In business,
might kill you.
Like you do it with the knowledge of you're risky, you know. It's like dimana ke motsile ka tlase ne mara there's a chance ya gore dimana ka nna nkhawana.
In this case Boots sa tseba gore the husband ya bongani o sa tseba le yona ntse mma ke a tsolo nna ga re tsebe o tla etsa
man a ka mo
a ka nna a bua openly ka patla ga approach ga bua mara ga re tsebe ngwe mbae a ka etsa you know
maybe I don't mean it's next one he ate the cake, right? And it was nice.
And then she threw him under the bus.
Man.
At the end.
Ari,
he's frail, he's old.
Hemunda.
I thought we were on the same team.
Ke old bless.
No, the Mola guy.
Yeah.
Ajeletswe.
To show una user di man.
I thought we were on the same team.
So I quickly want to segue this, and this could be the last topic that we have.
Sure. Yeah.
Because similarly, there was a video that came out of a dad who was getting confronted by his 3 kids. Apparently, they found things. 3 daughters. Let me be specific. 3 daughters. They found the told phone high. This guy was cheating.
On the month.
Yeah, so buying the presentation in fact.
Is anyone on screen?
I think I have the video. I'll show you.
Are they reading off their phones?
Yeah, they read off the phone.
Are they projecting?
That's my TV.
By projecting. Who do you men who do that? Yamano duty. Banana ba duty. The text between you and Alin.
3 daughters.
3 daughters. Well, Baba Olunya. But they look like in their 20s.
Yeah, teenage girls.
Yeah, teenage. When I got teenage, now Baba got 20.
Yeah.
They. And they're talking about how they so disgusted by him. You know, and then I'm thinking, fair too. Man, that's still your father, yo. And then the one reading would like, I fucking hate you.
You know. That's your dad. That's not out of everything. That's moral self-respect. You know, I feel.
But these are white folk, right?
Black
from Uganda.
Black. Well,
they are Americans in Uganda.
It's an immigration, an immigrant family.
Immigrant
from Uganda
family.
in America.
Yeah, man, I don't know. How did you feel when you saw the video? Like, what was your initial thought?
I wouldn't get tell about Tagamakoto again. It's much if you go. That's bad, man.
You know, people were coming out and saying, hey, Yamaga, you know, into something wrong that your kids could discover then not want to be kind of rectified by Bonaba to one.
I was careless.
Arihani was careless.
Yeah.
But did it have to go down that way?
Still your dad.
I'm still your dad.
Yeah.
Did it have to go down that way?
Not
Is it justified for it to happen that way?
And they found those texts because they went through his phone.
It's not justified. It's not justified.
Yeah, but
not.
I don't want to assume they were snooping on the phone.
No. Probably this phone is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but could be the case.
Yeah, but you still went through my phone.
Yeah.
Or maybe
But you still went through my
But
phone.
you still went through the phone.
It's private, you know.
Because bana banka di phone tsa rona ba bapala di game.
But again, filming it is one thing again, which I thought was
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly.
That's a family matter as well. Like the Sonia Booth thing, it's a family matter. Why film it to the whole world and
No, but never mind the world. I'm not discussing issues with my wife, with my child.
with my
Exactly.
present.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If anything, because I'm sitting here thinking, as that man, I'm probably,
And it was powerless. It was very powerless.
I'm probably leaving
Yeah.
and never coming back.
It's fuck the wife and them kids.
I'm gone.
I'm not gonna say you.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Silicon, you niggas will get me in court.
Yeah,
Selim
outside.
Butler,
Yeah.
maintenance.
The maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, because clearly, when you guys made this decision to accost me,
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
you had already resolved with yourself that you guys are self-sufficient here.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's carrying this
Yeah.
boat.
Ipone.
Yeah.
Ipone.
So, Olady was
So
part of this
I'm clearly I'm not needed here.
She was.
'Cause,
You guys have a strong standing team.
that's why you thought you could do that.
Then
Clever.
Figure it out
Aye.
for yourself.
bad.
Bet.
I bet.
Bet.
It was crazy.
Jwale,
I'm not doing
the thing is, there was pushback on niggas saying that, right? But you were wrong, dog. So where is accountability?
No.
You know,
We don't get to that level.
you are too focused. You are too focused on the approach and not necessarily on the
I'm with you,
wrong
Tabang.
doing.
I'm with you. We don't get to a level where we have to account.
I have
Kaplabana.
I have a real life case study of a cousin. A leng hore motho wa hae is based mahaeng empa o sebetsa Gauteng. So bana ntse ba hola he wa bona se ba tseba di phone wa bo. So obviously mmewa msadi wa hae o sa suspect ntho tse ding. O romela ngwana jutse re ntate a tsamaya le ho rekela diaparo wa bo. Mara ha so le da o bo so nka phone ba tla bapala game mara ya ntho ene e bitswang WhatsApp o tseng am ruta le body screenshot wa bo. Sharp. Ya etsuwa ntho in my family. One of my cousins. How? Olidi one twetse a cousin how one year wada o kwatetse bana ho etsa lang ka mfone le mana. Ba tlo bua ngwana. Nna ngwana sto to no. So then I found out what the story is, ne?
Yeah.
And I'm saying today, ne? He is wrong about cheating, ne? But it's not a wrong that deserves to be found out by a kid.
Yes. Yes.
It was especially a wrong thing ke mme ka ho sa.
Yes.
So the problem is that you've damaged your own daughter. And you've damaged your own daughter because it means for you to have that conversation with the ntate high. Also when you fight the status sa ntate high. Ka ntate wa ke noha and ke go roma. O lo mfumana ntho tlo provelang hore ke noha. You've damaged this child. So between these two wrongs, you are more wrong.
Yeah.
So if you batla go batla monna hao, ngwana tlamela be le siritsa enwa ke ntate wa ka. That's why rona re le ka setso go mme le ntate ba buela taba tsa bona ka ntle. Ha ba fika mona we parent as if ha re na le an argument.
We always present
So
a
that
united
seriti sa
front.
mme le sa ntate is always restored in the eyes of the kids. That's why ba bang ba the parents they divorce. Bana ba makale. The psychologists ba re ka tlung la re ja dina because we show up as parents for our kids. Re lwane rona re le bang. You then went and damaged the kid because you were fighting your battles tsa monna hao. You have a relationship with this man as monna wa hao and ntate wa bana ba hao. Bona bana relationship e one fell ke ntate wa bona.
And I want to get wrong. Men or me bana ba lo find out. Sheba Sonia. I don't even think because I want to limit lang o buele bana. Probably the kids had to find out social media.
True.
Now one was Gela or somewhere, and then but they learn everyone on that one that was
because my problem, my problem sometimes, and I don't want to make it like a woman problem thing or woman thing, is that sometimes there's a justification of bad conduct, right? Or when you let go of prescribed conduct,
yes,
because your hurt is so significant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to center your
That's
hurt.
true.
Everything else. You know? Because
so you're saying they use their feelings to sanitize or attempt to
or justify
bad behavior.
Bad behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm hurt.
Yeah, I was
cannot be true.
Yeah, analyze. True. Yeah, but I'm hurt. Yeah, but fuck it. Yeah, but I'm hurt.
Still,
but
the fact
fuck
remains.
that shit.
It's nonsense.
But that's not how you talk to your father.
True.
Yeah, but I'm hurt. No, but you don't talk to your father like that. That's how you grew up. Yeah, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Now fuck it.
I can imagine
the world doesn't stop because you hurt, bro.
Yeah.
The world doesn't stop because you hurt. You need to. There needs to be some emotional intelligence to capture.
Or in an arithmetic way, it's like where my one transgression that for you weighs heavy.
Yes.
Right. Robs me. You take 3 other things out of my stable.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and you justify it and
so let's say maybe I cheated. So if I cheated and you found out and you still forgive me and you stayed with me, now that gives you the right, as I could it, whatever because before no it's this uncomfortable, but it's like he's my man. But because he can't what now it gives you the license so now what then happens that you use this situation how to take 3 things away from me that were important because I did one thing
wrong.
But even that in itself is shooting yourself in the foot as a woman.
Yeah.
Because
somehow
nobody. Well, I would like to think that there isn't any woman that wants to be with a weak man. And now you've exposed or you've rendered your man weak in front of your own children.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So Banababa Shabajwang as this man, as this woman that's still with this man that we've just done this to in the living room just an hour ago.
By sticking.
So within yourself as a woman who did that and still stayed with the man,
self-sabotage.
How do you go back to them and advise them on men and issue salnyalo when you did that but still stayed?
The kids will tell you, not you, beloved.
Exactly.
That's why everybody is looking to see in the next couple of weeks what Sonia does.
True, but the 3 daughters in the aspect of respect. How about all saying? The one was recording and the one was reading on screen. What's I saying? Around respect.
And you know what happens in that? How is the household going?
Exactly. Sonia and Booth have in the corridor. What happens?
After all this?
Okay, 2 hours nyana boss. Yeah, I go one seat. But now what happens when it dies down? And the emotions are now cooler. What happens?
Yeah, and I like.
And they always cool down.
Yeah,
they always cool down.
And I like what Des is saying because there were people that were saying, how can you choose to do this Banabal in the middle of exams? And but supporting Sonia Booth, you know what they said? Why did he cheat?
That's wrong.
During exams.
It's like my cheating was not deliberate in front of kids. Right?
But your actions.
So, and I still go back to this thing, Yahore. I'm not saying he was right.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying the repercussions of both our wrongs don't have the same consequences.
Yes.
They don't have the same. So, no, since he started, this thing wouldn't have happened
at all
had he not cheated.
Yeah.
So now, which leads me to another point out. No matter who you are, man or woman, every time you fail to manage your emotions, you have no place in this world.
True.
Yeah. And that's my gripe.
You have no place in this world. Like whether it's like, dude, we have events where, like, I was learning this thing here. On paper, we've got everything that qualifies for us to be given money. We are not. I can blame everybody. I can, but the world does not have space for people like that.
Yeah.
So what I tell myself is that, okay, what is the system?
Let me
Because I realized what I can't with it. What is the system? Because the thing is, men are always gonna cheat, bro.
Anyhow.
So if you're gonna keep saying, for me not to be like this, men must not cheat. That's not how the world works. Men are gonna cheat, and if you're gonna always be overtaken by emotions about how you react.
When you find out,
then you are not becoming a better person.
Yeah.
I almost said
these
men and
thoughts
cheating
belong
is
to
inevitable.
Tabang Sikaja.
Hello.
Yeah, but I'm saying that with my mouth.
Hey, man.
Please note that we will not be held responsible.
Well, I support you. I'm with you on what
But
you
having
say.
said that,
And
for me,
these thoughts belong to.
No, I support you.
Yeah.
Bob.
for me, the real pain is because the rebuttal, the default rebuttal will always be, but why did you cheat?
Yes.
Had you not cheated, we would not be
wouldn't be
here.
here.
Yeah.
Right. So it would take you having to find something for that to be a valid rebuttal.
Yes. Yes.
The pain, though, is that when you don't find something, I never know that you hired a PI to
Yes.
investigate.
Do that.
I never know that you
You
went through my
violated.
phone. I never know that I'm married to someone who violates
Violates my
me
privacy.
on a sustained
Yes,
basis.
If she didn't find anything.
Yeah. And without violator every time. Without violator.
I never know that I'm being violated.
Yeah.
Right? But now that violation is the same as the cheating.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how.
Yeah.
Because the violation doesn't hurt me until I find out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
And you
The
only
same way the cheating doesn't hurt until you find
find
out.
out.
Yeah.
So it means that for as long as I'm not cheating,
Yeah.
I will never know that you keep on violating me.
Yeah.
I will never find that out. It will take me doing something for you to actually confess
Right.
that you've been going through my shit
phone.
Then I'm not.
and my phone
And now
and
it's
hire a
already
PI
because-
to it.
Yeah. Hire PIs.
Yeah.
You see,
understand.
so the betrayal is on both sides.
Sides.
It just depends on who's getting caught.
Yeah.
Who's getting caught
Yeah,
first?
who's getting caught?
But for some reason, when you do find something, we have to forget
Hori, she was
the
violating
fact
you.
that unsuri seats.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The means, we need to justify the means to an end.
Yeah.
Unsuri seats. Because now I know.
Yeah.
And for all I know, you've been doing this for the past 5 years.
Yeah. So check her phone, man.
But we have to forget the fact that unsuri seats. So we can focus on this thing.
Remember I mentioned that
This
this one lady, that actually happened to me. I was telling him, this lady had unfair a thumb every time. So Mutsia, I would come, I would knock off early, keep her some 3 hours to rest, then you go to the MC. I cannot go while I'm on her phone. Then read up all my conversations.
I'm fine.
Send herself everything that she needs to send herself. And then Otobona has a one and Zakomella bed by bed. Yeah. And you imagine this person knows.
How?
Do you understand?
And that hurts, bro.
And really, because it's very rare that she'll do that and not find anything.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's about guy? The same person, you want to trust them after everything else. Because what something I try against you, or shoot a note, or shoot a snap against the and then when we are fighting, she then sends it. Okay, now I got you. Then I have to find a way to tame her, you know. I said, you know what, bro? You know what? Go on, post it. I actually have pictures. I actually have pictures of you too.
Imagine someone sending you your dick in the middle of an argument.
It was great.
They win.
But you know what's crazy?
Look at this thing.
What's crazy is that there are people around your car see how I know a certain somebody. She's a no-go.
You didn't know what I said?
And what I like about what the homie is saying is that 2 rounds don't make a right, bro.
They don't.
And you know what, women try to make it seem is that just because she went through your phone, what she discovered is more important than
what she did.
violation.
Yeah.
And because I'm a man of principle, Nah, when I feel violated, there's nothing to be discussed here.
But then that's rare. That's rare because more often than not,
they will find something.
As a man, you will never get to address the fact that utsudi seat.
Yeah, true.
You will never get the opportunity to address the violation.
Yeah,
because for as long as you're not doing anything, you will never find out that she's violating you.
Yes.
Number one. True. Number two, if she does find anything, the fact that you were violated will take back
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in either situation, unless you catch her,
exactly. Yeah.
Life jive, but it's hardly the case.
It happens. But in that case, she's still going to deny that she's been doing it
for a long time.
All along. That's why it's the same as cheating, because when you're caught cheating, you are going to deny.
True. Say.
You will account for what's caught.
But the point that the crux of the point that I'm making is that the violation and the cheating are the same.
Alright, man.
In terms of gravity.
Alright, man. Yeah. So I wanna wind it down and wrap it up.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we had a very good episode.
Yeah, good one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you guys again.
How long have you been recording?
I think it's 1 hour 30.
1 hour.
Yeah, it's a good time.
They're not gonna like this.
Yeah.
But
But they're people.
Don't you have one? Give us just one more fluff.
Yeah.
What? One more?
One more fluff.
Do
we have a sis dolly?
No, we don't have a sis dolly this week.
Wait, guys, I saw Anati's bag.
Yes.
Yeah. Nah. These topics are.
We can take a topic from the floor.
We can take a topic from the floor.
Actually,
Yeah.
Is there a topic on the floor?
Romeo?
Is there?
Any topic? Any topic?
Is there a lady?
Another question.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, question number one.
yeah.
Somebody who violated privacy. Right? But then how are they in a relationship with someone and you guys are sleeping unprotected? Privacy game.
No. Individuals have privacy.
Or individual and not privacy.
Yeah.
But privacy, how many relationships you live with someone who was loyal in a relationship and then later on I find out about
So let me put it like this. Because there's a very thin line between the lack of privacy between two people in a relationship and ownership, right? And in fact, I'll speak of them as if one, like ownership and like I said, and by ownership I mean the notion that you belong to me, hence motowaka, my person, my man, my woman, right? What makes me do the things that I do after I found out that you betrayed me is because subconsciously I believe you belong to me.
I own you. My name.
Right? That's why I can get into a TLB. That's why I can go to someone's work. That's why I can pull out a gun and shoot you 12 times.
You're mine.
You belong to me, right?
That's our concept of
relationship, which is very backward.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Tabang earlier, like if you drew two circles that overlap into each other, the space where these circles overlap,
that's what you share.
That's the relationship.
Yeah.
But on the extremes,
and then there's this other side that's still speaking to you guys are still two individuals that came together and decided to share parts of their lives with each other. Right? So now this whole ownership, lack of privacy concept, that's what has people thinking that they are entitled to every layer of you. There are things about me that my wife doesn't know.
Yes.
Or it does not have to.
And
does not have to.
If I don't want them to.
And I don't expect to know everything about it. It just so happens that in a relationship, yes, there is an exchange of bodily fluids.
Invariably, yeah.
But you can't say just because I'm exchanging bodily fluids with you, it gives you the right to go into my deepest, darkest.
Emma, I'll answer.
We are separate entities. You are individual on your own before the couple. But don't you think that one deserves to know something that might affect them?
Yes, affect, yes.
So they deserve to know.
Negatively.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that, right? One deserves to know something that might affect them.
Yes.
I would take that statement if only I also deserve to know that you've been violating me.
Yes. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. Because it affects me too.
But for some reason, to you, I don't deserve it. And that's what I'm saying. I will never find out.
And also, I think there's a difference, guys. Don't conflate secrets with privacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's not something
I think
you can just go about.
So what I want to talk
different things.
So what I want to talk about is that
there's two
when
different
about
things.
man these secrets, in other words, if it's a regular ina khanti kya bushodu and it can how that you are keeping a secret.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: why privacy is such an important thing and talk to autonomy of an individual. Nali mewaka, we can have a pet name for my wife.
Yeah.
True.
Nali mewaka. Mosadi eke muratang, ke motsi ya hae. Aroka e hlanyos. There's a context why we have that word. Right? Now, my man, there's a context why we have that word. Ne? There's a context. Right? Impa. How so about if people and toto di batang? Also, one of the conversation I can now what you start doing, you start subjecting, you start doing projecting. Oh, kaban tabang bato mahang. Na koro kikire di pizza tsaka which is a lifestyle mahang. So we project out which are because what you've now done is that you've taken something that is private.
Private.
That is
not out of context.
It's not a secret.
You would not have had to take it in any
context.
Because
if you respected my privacy.
Well, this is
because that was private. It was
that opportunity would not have presented itself.
So here's the thing.
Yeah,
so because of that, now you having privy to parts of me that not necessarily don't even affect you, that have nothing to do with you. Just how bad thing. You will go make that a mess of the relationship. You cannot move forward and look my mom in the same way.
You go through my phone. About something that affects him that is extremely private.
Yeah.
True.
Even in your investigation of whatever it is that you were looking for in my phone, something that he told me in confidence, you now know that you will be discussing at brunch with your girls next Saturday.
In the same way.
And that's a violation. That is privacy.
So
it's not a secret.
So you not only violated me, you violated his privacy and whoever he's involved in that matter with.
It wasn't a secret.
I could be
all
out
in the name of you in a relationship with me and I'm not
have to know everything.
Say I'm out about my sexuality only to the dojo.
True.
Because that's my safe space. Right? Yeah. So I'm out. To them, I'm like,
so let's say, to ask me, no.
To my niggas, not gents, I'm bisexual already. I am thin bad. I feel like this is a safe space. And I struggle about being a man that has to be masculine as well because of my sexuality.
And we are supporting you through it.
And they support me. We
are phoning your mood.
But because it's juicy and it's human nature, it does not stop you from discussing Li Kiriboni and your best friend.
True.
Kiriboni doesn't stop her. I discuss Le Munna wa high. Munna doesn't stop him. I say Grupu Nyama Jita high. Now something as sensitive as sexuality is being leaked as tea. Because I did not keep a secret. I made certain things private because they are personal. Scalibana, how not to come and private. It's not a secret.
And they keep things private from their parents. That their parents should not know.
There's a difference between privacy and secrecy.
Same thing with you, man. There are things that you keep private and you've got secrets too.
Yeah,
everyone does, man. Everyone does.
Okay, let me ask you something. Maybe you have a girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't know. Do you have a girlfriend? Yeah, man.
But it's a fair question. We don't know.
We are a progressive podcast. We don't assume.
So you have an intimate partner. Let's say you have an intimate partner.
Yes.
Ne? Because when you seem like somebody who espouses those things where there are no barriers. Ne? O bonka phone ya Mary because ya o ne timme o batla go Google schedule sa load shedding. Ne?
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe for ease of reference, wherever your intimate partner is. In her search history, when I searcher, Obona has her history. For the past 3 days, she's been searching about getting what does running a train on a woman mean.
Or
you find porn.
I'm looking for divorce lawyers.
Yes.
It's gonna mess you up.
But here's the point. So I want their intimacy because intimacy and ownership they're too closely related.
Okay,
so now there's a sexual act of so in your head it plants a seed out. Msaidoka wants a train ran on her.
This is something that she fantasizes
She
about.
fantasizes about. But in China, I so suggest you can mona. So to whom is this? The result of this research?
And did you need to know that information?
Did you need to know that? She never gave you any reason to believe that she could be having a train run on her before you saw her search history.
I want to go find out.
Now that you found her search history, it forces you, your mind. It could have been a topic I've ever thought about. What does it mean? But because Omunda and you are inside,
sometimes you can be insecure.
Because I so suggest you then you will never look at the same way because you violated the privacy.
And it's your fault. It's your fault for how you feel.
Yes, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
You brought that on yourself.
You were not supposed to find that out.
You weren't supposed to know
One of the
that.
ladies said the violation came first. Did you say that? You said it came first
Which violation?
Which violation?
on the boost thingy.
Oh.
Or cheating coming first
But we've already explained that already.
because cheating happened.
But we
No,
don't know
no,
when you
but-
started
Discuss
violating.
that.
But the point that I was making was that if I am not cheating, I will never know that you've been violating me because in that case the violation came first.
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to understand is is it based on relationships or marriage?
Milaifing.
Don't touch my phone, I don't touch your
No, that's not what we said. We didn't say that. We said people are entitled to their privacy and there are certain things that
you shouldn't
about
do.
them that you shouldn't know, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't
and
know.
also, a couple can have an open phone policy.
Yeah.
Harare phone yaka ha o e tshware,
Yeah.
right? We are talking about someone who is snooping through your stuff looking for
For
something.
something. Yeah. If you are looking,
That's a violation.
that's a violation.
Eh, well, one of the reason, the moment we say phone ha e tshware phone, then you are hiding something.
Yeah. Unamthui, but yeah.
Right? But what I'm saying is, ne, wena ha ke le mosebetsing wa kututsa ka di otopo.
Kinyetse le pole le
Wena sometimes ha ke ba ke ya majiteng
O kenya
one latela.
kapo one searcher.
Wena sometimes ha ke ba ile ka kuli ya hao ke ile kae one track.
That's looking for something.
Wena sometimes ha ke robetse bosiu nka monana wa ka o bule phone ya ka we shebe.
Unamthui e batlang.
Those
Yeah. Unamthui e
so
batlang.
wait, let me just get equal. So that means that if in doing all of those things you never find anything, I will never know that this is the person that I'm married or
came
in a
first.
relationship with.
Okay, I understand that, I respect that.
Okay.
But if you are my husband, whatever.
Yeah.
And then ke bona text ya hao le motho wa hao wa cheater.
Yeah.
Ke nna phoso.
we want to
No, but wait. No, but in the context that she's saying,
Yeah.
I get we have an open phone
Pops
policy.
up.
Yeah.
And pops up.
And it just so happens that you come across a text.
Yeah.
You were not snooping. You didn't violate anybody.
You were
This
not
thing-
snooping.
You just happen to be.
Perfect.
Yeah, it
Popped up.
Hey, like
Yeah.
you were in the right place at the right
Right
time.
time.
That's not a violation. Yeah,
not a violation.
We are talking about what we're talking about here is a detective,
It was Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Sergeant Kokobel.
No, okay, I agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. Hochore, bopaki bo iketse ho wena.
Yeah, we can do
Hey.
it. Uno sa bubatsi.
And you have a right to confront me.
Yes.
I think sugar will screen the first time you post.
Hey,
So
handle your emotions.
control your emotions.
Well, first of all, you could go to jail for that.
Yes.
There's actually a law against that. In case you didn't know.
Of property.
There's no law against cheating.
Hey,
There's no against cheating.
the reason you don't go to jail for that is because I love you.
Yeah, and niggas don't press
That's
charges.
why you're not in jail. Hey, because if I didn't, you know.
Okay, let's say what she done. When Ntuli Blanca now will disappear, or one day, how
How many things?
How much exposed? How much exposed?
On socials or stuff like that.
No, that's not what we're saying.
No, that's not what you're saying.
Because remember, we didn't defend Matthew's
man.
dignity.
Yeah. Or that father.
Yeah.
Still maintained that cheating was wrong.
No, we didn't
Or that father.
We didn't
In
defend
case it's
Matthew's
not clear,
dignity.
it's fuck him.
Yeah.
In case it's not clear.
And then we made it very clear that he's wrong. We are saying that the implications of the thing that she's doing affects even people outside of them.
Far-reaching. They are far-reaching.
There are far-reaching consequences. Kibana, this family members. You are not thinking about that because you are so fixated on embarrassing this man.
Yeah.
We are not saying
Your actions actually affect
So many
everyone
people.
else.
Yeah.
we are not saying she was not wrong to confront the infidelity.
Yeah. How she confronted it was wrong.
And that's why I'm making clear. It's fuck that nigga.
It's the how.
Well, now we are not saying we are defending Booth. We are saying hangata, the way we handle issues is that that's why there's another, because when you are hurt so much, you turn a blind eye on a consequence, on the sequence of events that add to your misfortune simply because you are hurt. So fuck, then why not cheat? How not mention without you still referring to the one
To the hurt.
To
the hurt. Yeah, but I'm hurt.
What about Banabao? So you see now, you are, for one misconduct, you are taking 5 things away that you are not supposed to touch.
And even that within itself, because you are hurt, you stand the risk of people misconstruing that, or maybe not even a misconstruing. No, they might. This is your personality,
And it's not.
right? And this is something that happens within the context of a husband that cheated on you. But then, what then happens when life moves on?
Yes.
And you need people to get into relationships with you, not romantic, business. You're looking for investors or whatever. You are now known in the market as an erratic, emotional person. Nobody wants to touch you
How did you talk?
because when you got so hurt, you forgot that you will still have a life after this.
Stop to think.
But now you thought you were embarrassing the man.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, you dragged both of your names through the mud.
Yeah.
And he'll still come back up. He's a man.
And then you might not ever come back from that.
A man will come
but
back
he
up.
will jump back.
He will come back.
He's a man. And he's white.
Yeah. He'll come back.
And we all know how that
that
works.
means.
Yeah. He'll come back.
Male white is upper echelon.
Echelon of privileges.
Alright, man. I don't know. Can we wrap it up? Can we do thank yous?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Or did we have any other questions before?
Or did you guys have any other questions?
Last
Anything
one,
you
though.
guys?
It will be a last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
Alright, man.
Just before you close,
Yeah.
it speaks to the same thing here. The cancel culture is existent now in South Africa. Because one caller in this one radio station, Anna Fona Olare, what if Sonia did the same things Liena, Khale, and Buthu Kadala Aiba Ntwani Yona right now? Because Unsaboni a few things from his wife.
Yeah.
And now that Yena, Ofila or Umutweri, what if Booth Khalaboni, a few things that Yensing Liena, Zekosang, Tibakile Bufenyana. But I'm Sabu
Things like what? Like Ona Febalena or okay.
Yeah, because he said that. I feel disrespected. And one example, how the Munna, over the Lamunemo, Chabi, Media Hamuchalagan all the time. How I'm correct. But I the black. You know, black does 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You know, I don't those lines.
You know, there was something. There's something that Tabang likes to say.
Yeah.
That always resonates to me, Hore. Obone monna aswa ka tlung a siya mosadi in a big house. Ne. Atsukatlu. Amusieda. Dimana Vae. Alo Bloma with some other women. Mikuku. How could you live such a plush life? And you go and stay with this woman in a coast. One lump.
One answer.
Simple.
One lump.
Respect. Us and
for men, that's so important, bro.
And to you, it doesn't make sense.
Resonate.
True.
Yeah.
But
Because I feel like maybe sometimes then people understand that from a male perspective.
Because it's really important to us.
that's a good question, actually.
Yeah. It's a good question.
So,
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like I said earlier already, why if I'm a trigger affair, but but I didn't know we say forever. Forever is a very long time.
Yes.
Sometimes that means like mutuna had just that upwatena haso mountain I understand, but sometimes what trouble me
when a man leaves a double-story house to go stay in Mukuku, it's not a sometimes thing.
Yeah. It's a forever thing.
He is disrespected on a constant basis.
All the time.
Yeah, I'll come to that.
Isn't that subjective?
Yeah, no.
To each man.
But
Subjective.
It's subjective, but there are social
Underlying.
definitions that we are on as a society.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
like our so I don't want to, because I don't want our stance to be misconstrued.
Yeah.
Booth kile sepala motho by being in a public restaurant with a married wife.
Yes.
That in its own
That.
is a violation of the highest order.
Yeah, cooking cheesecake.
Right?
And actually,
Bro.
and actually, just to pose you, Tabang,
Fuck that nigga, bro.
you niggas that are in committed relationships and in marriages out here having public coffee dates, lunches, dinners, and whatever the fuck else with other women is some
That's disrespect.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes. So that's why I wanted to start with that.
like you are not any man that can afford to be seen in public with anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because she was asking about respect. So I'm gonna answer it in two ways. I'm gonna answer in terms of what is a respect among Naibonsang. So let's say code of conduct say that this is how we are supposed to behave. If we don't behave that way, there is a consequence. Ne? If you don't want to suffer the consequence, and people don't think this is respect, the onus is on me, the cheater, to make sure this thing does not land on the backyard of my wife. It's respect.
It is.
Now, I know but they cannot comprehend, or the fact that I'm cheating and I'm using not being caught as respect.
To them,
is
not
contradictory.
cheating is the respect.
Yeah, not
So
cheating is respect.
I'm saying, in a relationship, I was making an example. What's about bophelo bo jwang? O fitlhele mme a le matraseng a shwele a sa fuwe dintho tsa ntate. Ne? Di phone, di laptop, o tlamehile a fuwe access.
Actually,
O nanyetse le mone o na 40 years. Then the contradiction of the mind, Hansa Petla, a re ne ke nyetse satane ya motho ne, mara o be le ntho e reng, mara ha ke a fumana.
And he's dead now.
Respect the
So now
love.
what she now has to, and it's a bargaining. I'm not saying the guy was right.
Yes.
I'm saying there's a certain bargaining, because I am saying if you're gonna break the rule, it's the onus is on you to make sure that your tracks are so clean that you don't bring everybody into your mess. True. And that's respect, or it's a regard. I have regard for my kids, right? So if I'm gonna do things that I know that I might be found wanting to get embarrassed, I need to if I have a teenage young one, I need to be aware of it. I'm raising a teenager, and if I'm gonna mess up, let's say for just because I like to be as functional as possible. Let's say I'm just attracted to young girls. Ne? If therefore, okay, sharp, can I just do this thing overseas then?
Yeah.
So the inconvenience on me has to be so much.
So that it's never found.
You see what I'm saying?
You know.
You see what I'm saying? Because I must be inconvenienced. Cambodia.
and that's why it's expensive.
Then it becomes expensive.
That's why respectful, for lack of a better description, respectful cheating is not for poor people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, man.
That's
Bro, that's real, bro. That's real, though. That's real.
That's true.
So
That's real.
Number 440,
That's real. That's real. That's real.
That's no, no.
But don't want to do it.
Because you can't
Yeah.
you can't afford to hide it.
Yeah.
You can't afford to hide it, bro.
So you know why Matthew Booth disrespected Sonia? You went and lived a public life with a married woman, with people seeing you. Now they're even sending me pictures. A kitchen is very sacred to a wife. You came and baked something
In her kitchen.
Yeah,
in her kitchen. In her kitchen.
Let me tell you something. That's a more of a transgression than even their sexual intercourse.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That act is more disrespectful because
Than
Messiah
the
can
sex.
also understand that those are kind of desires that you
Yeah.
succumbed to.
Yeah. It's
Mara, for us as family, rata the winter thing to now know that we no pay about babang.
Yeah.
It's disrespect. You see, so how important? What does respect also mean? It's the same. It's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When now let side, even as disgruntled you are, you know the respectful way of voicing your grievances. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that I got to now. Why then obata hore for you to get justice? Kiskaba munna. Untubole. So what I'm trying to say is that respect means still go to a man without stripping him of his manhood. You see, don't strip me of my manhood because now I know your justification is that he's a cheater. Which cheater deserves respect?
You know, when you say stripping of manhood, it reminds me of the analogy I made earlier to you guys about the whole violation thing. You know, when you go to prison and they make you take your clothes off, right? To see that you have nothing on your person.
Weapons.
But that's not enough. You have to probe me in the anus. To see that I haven't hidden any drugs in there.
You've no rights.
That's what women do.
Yeah.
You will probe me. I have to strip myself of my manhood to please your proclivities.
But also, it's not enough for Kenya Mono to say to spread my bad cheeks.
So that you can.
So that's what you are doing. How to Uta had the kicker. Uta the kicker held inside. Uta the kicker. After Wednesday one.
You understand?
And then now we still gotta be okay. We still gotta be okay. We still gotta be okay.
All these things. Kirashobula, Wakenya Monoana, Kabula, Wariki Chiefte,
No, you expect it to be okay, bro.
Yeah.
So
how is it okay?
So when we ask that man that's in a shack, how could you have left that life behind? I'm respected here.
Here they understand I'm a man when they speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here they know labapakela munna. And
And
here they know how to hold a man to account. I'm not saying my shit. I'm not saying my bullshit flies.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my bullshit flies. Mkuku.
No.
Kere mona mkuku. Toi tsejwa gore ha ke sa ditletlebo ho ntate ke di sa jwang.
Yeah. Lankomanya.
And now that's why then I left Sentin and went to Alex.
Yeah.
Across the street.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
don't know. Any more questions?
In case you're not, I've got worries about talking about sharp.
Bare bete emo stop simo.
It's a shack, bro. Everything is here.
You see the 5-bedroom.
This double garage.
Private shower.
Mufutu wa mu. Kore ke monko wa Tibo no lese sepa. And then you don't want to leave.
You never want to leave, bro.
You are a king.
Motho a teng ha o mo phetse papa. Le had body ka letswai.
Yeah.
All the spices in the world.
Yeah, bro. Because it's love, bro. It's love, bro. I'm fine. You can feel it.
Yeah.
A house with love, you can feel it, bro. You can feel it, bro. You can feel it. Alright, man. If there's no questions, I think
Are we done?
Yeah. Okay, one more.
Let it be the last.
Yeah, let's do that.
And
And secrets and privacy. Yeah.
The way you guys explained it.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Now, I remember reading an article whereby they say, if someone break trust, let's say you found out your partner was cheating, and then you guys decided to make it work. It's an article that I read. I'm not saying I agree with it or I don't agree, but they say, it's the responsibility of the party cheating
To rebuild.
this one or I heal.
I agree with that.
True.
So now, yes.
But I think
Let him finish.
Yeah, but finish. Yeah, but finish. Yeah, before we answer.
What happens on an instance? Let's say now two parties are in a relationship and nobody's violating anyone's privacy. Or let's say I violated privacy, and then
Trust is
they
broken.
find out. Yes,
Trust is
and then
broken.
They find out right? Now, on that instance, let's say during the grieving process, right? Do you still think or do you still stand behind on that grieving process, the cheating party on Zanale privacy?
Well, okay, check. Yeah, so my opinion is that there's work for both parties.
Yes.
And because the only reason there's work is because the aggrieved party decided to stay. Because you decided to stay, you are saying, when I on
both sides.
Yeah, on both sides. Yes, I'm wrong. So there is, and trust was broken. So there's gonna be work that I need to do to earn your trust back. So maybe in the beginning where I didn't give you transparency in terms of my phone, but because of this thing, I have to give it to you.
I have to say where I am.
Hey,
You're ceding ground.
I'm ceding ground because I wronged you. So Billy, I had privileges where I didn't have to show you these things.
Yes.
But now because trust is broken and we are trying to fix it,
your privileges are receded.
Yeah, now close a privilege. I'm saying you can look at my phone.
Yes.
You can check up on me.
Yes.
That's the work I'm doing.
In fact, I have to volunteer.
And I have to volunteer it.
So that I must be the one that volunteers it.
But the work on your side is that you need to work on the forgiveness because this can't last forever. I cannot be punished forever. I've no years to kingdom come. There's gonna be a time I'm like,
even had not get parole. Relationship in
And a rupu ena itlo fela.
So it can
And
only
then I'm felanting. You won't even realize because you'll be so used to
Exactly.
this thing that when you're at the end of that rope, it comes as such a shocker that you might even think that that's a betrayal within itself.
Yes.
When it's
Yes.
But your privileges have ran out. I've atoned.
Yes. I did my time.
I'm not gonna be. I cannot be a criminal.
Yeah, actually,
That's a good question.
This ties up back with the opening questionnaire politics in a very beautiful way. So, for example, let's say for adults that we are, who have seen how the world works, we know men cheat, we know women cheat. We've cheated with people banang le batho. But we are of a certain discernment now.
These views are of Tabang Sikaja.
But now here's what happens. What then happens that
Don't say we, nigga. Talk for yourself.
I'm saying we
What's this we?
Yeah,
We
as a people.
What's this as a people?
Yeah. So I'm saying then our starting point is that even when there's a mistrust, what then happens at a new relationship, I say I can go in the knowledge of knowing what a man is capable of. I go in knowing what a woman is capable of, but she hasn't given me a reason to investigate. Right? So therefore we give each other our due regard.
Yeah.
Then the problem is this, is that when when I then violate you, let's say I'm a man, I violate you, then because I know that if I violated you, 80% of the work is on me, when I only have 20%. The problem is this, is that once I have atoned and paid my sentence, because when you will now use this transgression to have forever access into my privacy. Because
you want to keep that door open
forever.
Yes, because it means you are not embracing the spirit of privacy, only the letter.
And in fact, you are happy that you now have a key.
Because now, because before I never gave you the reason to go through my phone, even though you know it, it's very plausible that your partner is cheating on you. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's very plausible, right? I'm in another province. My wife is there, so I'll be damned if somebody says, "You think your woman is there by herself?" Like I am a discerning adult. I would say it's plausible that she's cheating. But what I am banking on is that she hasn't given me a reason
to think that she is.
For the seed that you guys are planting in my head to entertain it. But it's not lost on me.
And that's where men fail. Because we always give them a reason.
So it's not lost on you.
I will concede that.
It's not lost on you. Maybe I'm in another province. But the only thing that makes our relationship strong is that I haven't my deposit of privileges has not been withdrawn because I'm still a depositor. I'm performing handling. That's why in business, like the same way, if you do your books, we'll keep giving you money, right? Because you have not acted like Sinokwan. Once you acted like Sinokwan, we put all sorts of eyes on you now.
Yeah, but it can't be forever.
It can't be forever.
But man, most likely, most
don't overplay your head.
I've done my time.
Yeah.
And I've moved on.
I did my 5 years.
And that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah. And I think it needs to be a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because
but you can't time box it.
It's very hard.
You can't time box it. But I think at the same time, having to overcompensate to someone who made a conscious decision to stay with you.
And Luena, as the person who decided to stay, there needs to be some legal ground umfangyon. For how? In case I'm Tesha the way forever that demand.
It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. Bro, I don't even remember what that bitch looks like.
Come on, at some point.
But we are still talking about it.
Matter of fact, she's dead. How do you know she's dead?
Exactly.
Are you still keeping tracks on her? I'm dead. I'm bitch dead. I'm still paying.
And I like your question because I think because I like the question because I think by the time, let's say and then maybe I receive some pushback. Yeah. That's when we have the discussion about time frames. That's when true. That's perfect. Valid. Because I'm gonna come to you and say, but I feel like I've done enough.
Yeah.
And
but you know,
I'm still not over it. And then I have to ask you, but why? What haven't I done? Then now let's discuss time frames, yo. Let's really do that.
And you know, like from what I've observed from men that have been caught in those situations, is that when these couples decide to stay together, man, it's a long bed.
Yeah, it's a long.
It's a long bed. Like, it's not something that you guys get over
easy.
Overnight.
Over a couple of months.
Yeah.
It's years of work.
Yeah.
It's years like literally.
Yeah.
So like when you guys decide to stay together, from what I've seen, like
even men, I guess.
When you guys decide to stay together, you both have to realize that something that you guys will have to constantly have to deal with for many years to come.
For a long time.
True.
On a movie, you might be driving back home this is
but it's very important. It's very important that, because it's very easy as the person that got cheated on to always want to lay the burden on the doorstep of the person that cheated. Right? We can't be 3 years into this thing and I'm still the one that has to deal. Wantesha. Wantesha, and how come I'm the only one that's carrying this weight
doing work
when you also made a decision to still be here? So there's work on your part as well that you have to do.
But for me, the one condition when you decide that,
responsibilities.
the one condition I always have is that a lot of times, but to believe that, a lot of times, like, people are interested in the relationship and no longer the person, right? So, right? Mara, the person has lost points for you to be in a relationship with them, but you still have emotional attachments to the relationship, which therefore means when you agree on the work, there's not good faith on both sides. Loena, you haven't made good faith. I will change my ways. So what you then do is like you also try to say, I'll give you enough proof for the short term I'm not cheating, but it's not good faith, because when there's good faith, there's also an automatic empathy. I'll understand why she will snap when there's a C18.
And the truth is, nobody likes work, bro. Nobody likes to do work. Like your default position or reaction will always try to hand over the work to be done to another person.
And that happens everywhere in life.
Everywhere in life. Nobody likes to do work. So whenever she comes up or whenever her name comes up, you will get tired. And you will get frustrated. And whenever her name comes up, instead of dealing with her internalized issues, she will bring it to you because she also doesn't want to deal with it.
Okay. So that's why I said the trade-off is that people must always ask themselves whether they are trying to change a person or save the relationship. And sometimes I feel like there's a conflicting effort. Because the person comes as a conduit to the relationship. When I'm trying to how rightly his ways. Right? So you find yourself in a way, dude, I'm interested in this constitution called marriage. And wankawata. So then, even something that's unforgivable, I end up forgiving it because I'm the wrong one. I should never have forgiven this violation. But I forgave it because but now I can't be honest about it because so now what we end up doing that in this marriage, the reason there's always constant conflict is because the root cause is not addressed. Is that because I would say like I can like, I love you, my woman, I love you, and I love everything about you. But the way you want me to account to Lenyalo Lena, it comes at the expense of who I am.
And I love you even then.
Even then. Well, this is
even then.
Even
you see, I love you with everything that you come with. You see, and I was very much aware what it is you came with, and I chose it. But when I also went up before you back, also about town safer. Also about town safer.
You want the good parts.
And so to make you know how that's my lamood. Like if one also pet up head.
Don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
I took you.
But when I took you with everything.
I took all of you. All of you.
Yeah, even with the bad, my G. Yeah, man. Alright, man. I'm backing it up.
This has been a good one.
Yeah. We extended it further than I anticipated.
Yeah, this is good. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Now we can close.
Now we can wrap it. Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Thank you guys for having us.
Last words.
Yeah, last words. Man, for me, I just want to thank the fellas. I want to thank the Disabing Business Youth Desk for inviting us here. That is why we're here. That's why we're in the swanky.
And as you know, I think Loaz should stop taking the flowers. He did not invite you here.
Oh, is it?
The forum invited you here. It's not Loazi. The
but
guys called you here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Man, stay, man.
But he's
Loazi, stay
I want to give him the flowers because that's the boy.
He's a connection.
He's the connect.
You guys,
So
at the end of it.
Yeah, man. So
in fact, the labor was spread out because he's the connect.
Yeah.
The email came from Lindy, right?
Yeah.
The phone calls came from Dikele.
And
he called us about the
So it was a unit.
Yeah,
it was a unit. It was teamwork, man.
It was teamwork, yeah. It was teamwork, yeah.
Great group of organizers. We really enjoyed the forum that you guys put together.
Beautiful.
We hope that it continues to
grows.
You know, and gets better, keep inviting us. You know what I'm saying? It would be so nice to keep coming and doing these things.
Yeah.
And shout out to you guys, man.
Shout out to you too, guys.
Podcast.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, man.
You know, I feel like you put us on. This is one of the things that I feel, because we are I think we are still on our startup. Not half yet.
Yeah.
Startup. And when we at this level, definitely inspire too much. And thank you guys. Thank you.
Nah, we appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. And I'd like to thank everybody that's here.
Yeah, actually, this was not planned, but it turned out very beautiful.
Yeah, it was not planned, but
So, but to the forum, the one thing for me personally that I wanna thank you guys for is that this being your first event, the initiative around being business, not sitting on your backside, looking and saying we're not waiting for government. Personally, from a dojo's point of view, that you treated our name with, it's real. We could feel it. You attended to us, Harfi, Shamona, and everything. And we from Joburg, we don't even think we're big or whatever. And I like the fact that you reciprocated the same energy and the professionalism. We saw the excitement from the people. And even now, you engaging with us, you seeing the podcast in real time. And we're having robust but honest conversations. How we're saying. And that's really what the podcast is about. It's about how do we have constructive narratives about business, relationships,
politics.
That's really, this is a quintessential
podcast.
Dojo moment.
Thank
you for
this is a Dojo moment.
You know, I should tell you, when Gary was going to call my name, and she says to me, and I'm like, Zulu Bizens and the co-host at TheClearCupPodcast. No, the podcast guys are here. The way another bullet like next you mention a podcast in the same breath as
don't touch the podcast.
Don't touch the podcast.
Nah, that is amazing. And we felt that.
Yeah,
the respect,
perfect.
It means so much to us. It really does. And to get it here at home. It's where I want to get it first. You know what I'm saying? Before
second Bethlehem recording, right?
Yeah, second Bethlehem recording, and this is the best one.
This is the best one.
This is the best one.
Go.
Yeah, man. Last words from you guys? From you, Chuck? You haven't said anything? Yeah? You good?
I'm good, man. I have to go open up my spot.
No, you see, Chabi has barely said a word. But let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Right? He's the Clear Cup in the Clear Cup podcast.
He really clears that cup.
He clears the cup, man. All right, man. I think we can wrap it up.
Yes, we can wrap it up. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here, for listening. For those that will continue listening from here on.
Yes.
We'd like to welcome you to the platform. Yeah, man, in true the Dojo fashion, podcast with the Sensei and the Archbishop with the Wild Take Him Damn Self Tabang, in collaboration with the Clear Cup Podcast with Baba from Bitentensu and Chabi. Chabi one time, Banaban Shebi, my nigga, we are out of here.
And that's how you podcast.
That's how you podcast.
That's how you pod.
The Dojo.